the company, but have historically always frustrated employees, it is being highlighted as a different aspect of the mass layoffs and changes in the field of work that we're seeing.
This is Matt Conrad. He's been reassigned.
Okay, man, we back in the booth. We're gonna see how this whole thing set up and how it's gonna work out. Let's see what's going on.
Twice at IBM. He ended up with a job he loves, but the reassignment process took a toll.
Yeah, so I was actually reassigned, I think, twice in 366 days. And unfortunately, I live with mental health disabilities and major depression, complex PTSD, and anxiety disorder. And all three kind of kicked in simultaneously. And I started having panic attacks on really a twice-a-day basis, and ended up taking short-term disability to make sure I protected my mental health.
IBM isn't alone in having employees reassigned to new roles. Big-name companies like Adidas, Adobe, and Salesforce have been enforcing large-scale reassignments. Also, LinkedIn research published in May found that hiring has continued to slow in many countries, but internal mobility is trending upwards in several industries. Some economists say that despite the overall U.S. job market remaining strong, companies are fearful of what lies ahead, so they're resorting to the quiet cutting tactic.
Quiet cutting is happening.
And remember what I was telling y'all about. Y'all can't see the charts, but that's what we mainly here for. We've been getting beat down by these cheaters and stuff, so at least since while we back, show the charts for a little bit. Blah. I think this chart is supposed to be showing. We're gonna figure out in a little bit though. I just want to get something on the board. But it was the other day. We was just telling y'all, hey, nothing happened. No moves happened. And y'all probably like, what they mean by no moves? So now you can see this big green candle. This candle never happened on the actual chart. Like, that's a fake candle. But that candle is what they're using to restructure this play to go up. Right? Because if you go through the whole chart, there is no uptrends necessarily. What do I mean by necessarily? Meaning that they can still technically use the MACDs and drag on stuff like the 4-hour, like I always tell y'all, these different plays. Huh?
The daily RSI.
Yeah, but the daily RSI was just going down yesterday. So what does the RSI mean?
It just crossed up.
No, I'm just asking you, what does it mean? Yesterday it was just going down and it went up today.
Oh, that's what they can use, right? Because you said that they can use the MACD, but they can use the RSI as well because it's close to the bottom and the top.
But do you understand that? So did you see the charts yesterday?
Yeah. Arguably, yes. Did I look at the daily? Probably not.
But was the charts going up or down?
Down.
Okay, and did the daily cross down?
Yes.
That same daily that crossed down yesterday?
Mm-hmm.
That was the reading for today, and today it went up today. So I don't get, what do you mean they can use something?
I don't know. Maybe I don't understand it, but I thought they could utilize the MACD and the RSI, but you're saying they can only use the MACD?
What do you mean?
Because you're saying there's no SARS to technically hit. So what are they using to go up?
No, I'm telling you that the same excuse that you're making about this going down, it was going down yesterday and stopped in the middle and went up. So this is the candle going down, and then it was a separation, and this candle came up. So
Okay.
why is the RSI irrelevant? Is what I'm trying to figure out.
I'm not sure. Why is the MACD relevant?
Because that's what they're using. So every time that I come in on the chart and they buy on the RSI, they use the MACD. But they're not using the daily. They didn't hit a daily uptrend. So that what you're saying doesn't make sense to me.
Okay.
Right, and that's why when you see on all these other time frames, they were all just currently dying out. And that's why you can look through all these different time frames. For 6 hours, this has been in a downtrend and this has been going up. This is the MACD. This is the RSI. This is both MACD and RSI going down and the charts went up.
Okay.
So, what I was explaining was that they can technically use the MACDs. because on all time frames this play is overbought. So yeah, you're telling me about a daily, but that's irrelevant to me because I just seen that same daily going down, and I seen this weekly at 86.
Wait, okay, so you're saying on the RSI it's overbought, but on the MACD because it's red, that means it's oversold?
What do you mean?
You just said on the MACD it's overbought. I don't understand.
I'm talking about the RSIs.
Okay. Got you.
But it's the same thing that we talk about. I'm wondering, what are you confused about?
No, I'm just making sure I'm on the same page because I was confused for 2 seconds.
I'm confused. Why are you confused?
Oh, because you said that it was overbought on the MACD, and if it's red, that usually means that it's oversold, right?
What do you mean?
If the MACD is red, that means that it's been going down, which means people have been selling in the market.
If somebody sell that, does that mean that it's oversold? I'm confused.
No, it would have to be at the bottom.
So you're not making any relevant point.
Oh.
That's what I'm trying to figure out. Why are you confused about anything?
Because you just said that all the MACDs were red from yesterday, right?
Huh?
All the MACDs were red?
I said the RSI. You just tried to use the RSI as something that they can use. I said that same RSI was just down yesterday. So what's the relevance of you telling me about the RSI? They haven't been using the RSI because they've been using the MACD. Because they already topped out on the 4-hour RSI. They're not using the RSI. They're using the 4-hour MACD to go up.
Okay, but let me understand. Are you saying they can't ever use the RSI, or they can't use it now because it's overbought?
Man, I'm confused why you confused. You sit here every day on every cast.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. What are you asking me? What are you trying to figure out? Maybe I can help better if I don't know. What are you saying?
Because you're saying they can use the MACD based off of the red candles on the MACD, right?
Why I don't know what that means.
I'm trying to better understand what you mean by they can use the MACD, but they can't use the RSI.
Why do you keep on saying stupid shit? What is my theory in trading? I don't know what you're talking about. What do I believe in trading? Because maybe you just don't know what the fuck you're talking about right now. But what do I believe in trading?
You believe in a lot of things. I don't know.
And that's why you're sounding stupid to me, because I don't know what that means. I believe in a lot of things.
Okay, so you believe in the fact that if the 15-minute is not at 33, you don't enter a buy position.
That's all stupid. You keep on telling me that I don't believe that the RSI can't be a buy and the MACD. I don't know what the fuck. Like, what are your points?
I'm trying to understand what do you mean by use, because when I thought, okay, like for the daily, right? It's not overbought. It's in the middle still.
I don't know what that means.
The RSI for the daily.
Mm-hmm.
And you're saying, no, that can't be utilized. They're going to use.
Why would I say that?
Because that's what you just said when I said they could use. When you said they could use the MACD, I was adding that they could also use the RSI on the daily because it's not overbought. And you said
but
no.
What RSI do they have on the daily? That sounds stupid to me. There's no RSI on the daily because the daily is going nowhere. The RSI is irrelevant. The RSI is telling you how long it's taken to hit a certain number. It's the whole point of the fucking RSI.
Okay.
There's nothing on the daily. They're not using the daily. They've been using the 4-hour this whole time. That's what I'm confused about. What are you actually telling me? When they was about to pull back on the 2-hour last night, I said I don't want to fucking sell on the 2-hour, even though it was below 67, because the 4-hour still had to go up, and that's what I explained to you last night. They had an actual thing to hit.
But
that's
the
why they
4-hour
went
is
going.
now at 100, which means it's at the overbought.
Yes, and then what else you gonna say now?
And now you said that we were trying to figure out what are they
Nobody's
using.
trying to fucking figure out. I told you.
MACDs.
That's what the fuck I just told you. But then you try to tell me, you try to convince me that it's something with the daily.
Okay.
And I'm telling you that they're not using the daily because that same daily, the reading for the daily today was down.
Understood.
The reason why the chart went up is because the reading last night that I did not want to sell on said that I should be buying on a 4-hour. That's why when you got up, you got to buy, because there was a direction for it to go up. I'm confused of why would you think it's the RSI. at the beginning of today, the RSI for the daily was at 34, going down. It's irrelevant to talk about RSI because it only moves with price hits. It does not actually tell you anything once you get into the movements. If there's no SAR, there's no price movement because it's not measuring anything. So that's why I said the daily isn't doing anything. That's why I keep on asking, like, do you know my theories? Because you're not asking me things based on things that I believe in or anything that I've ever spoken about. You're saying why they can't use RSI? Why they could use everything? What do you mean why they can't use it? I've never said they couldn't use it. I'm just telling you that when I tell people that they're in certain trends, if I say you're in a weekly downtrend, that means you're in a weekly downtrend. Yeah, but they can use the daily. I don't care. You're in a weekly downtrend. They cannot use the daily. That's not what's going on here. You think that's what's going on here, but what's actually going on is the MACD is bottomed out. That's what's going on. So yes, you think something is going on the RSI, but there's nothing going on because the MACD is still traveling. So yes, there's going to be a pullback on the daily, but they're still going to push. So the same thing on the daily. The reason why the daily kept pushing, even though it crossed, if it crossed down on the MACD right here, this is the MACD that crossed. After this RSI got to the bottom, the MACD crossed. It hit a lower low. You see that? People could have sold yesterday, but I told you that there was still a 4-hour uptrend from last night. This was the 4-hour uptrend from last night. This is the only trend they're using.
Okay.
Because that's the only thing that got hit and that's actually working. Now that it's at 100, now you use the MACD. That's what I'm telling y'all. It's the MACD that's actually being used. When the MACD gets topped out, then you can say, yo, okay, maybe they're using the daily RSI. But the daily RSI is only moving because the 4-hour got hit and the MACD is being used.
Yes, sir.
Right? When the daily time comes, that's when you're going to see the 4-hour MACD topped out. When there's a daily RSI movement or a daily is actually taking control, the 4-hour is going to be topped out. This is not a daily uptrend. This is a 4-hour uptrend to retest the 2,529.
Okay.
They was able to hold because you can see right here on the 4-hour pullback, which is why I tell you that I did not want to sell. Right here on the 4-hour pullback, they held. I said if we wait till if we wait till the next reading, we're gonna get a definite reading of should we buy or should we sell. When we woke up at past 8, the 4-hour was still going up, so you couldn't sell. So all day what they consistently did was pop up and drop to like 500s, drop to 502, drop to 510s. That's what they kept on doing to push the chart back up because this is no longer using the actual RSI. It's not moving up because people are buying and selling. It's moving up because it's being manipulated from MACD. This is now people coming in because a trend has been hit. So there is triggers, meaning there's robots. There's people buying because they came late and they're like, yeah, the 4-hour just got hit. I'm buying on the 4-hour hit. There's all these different people that come in with the MACD. Okay. That's why you see erratic buying once RSI top out. So on the 30, what I was just showing y'all is why this whole day it's been erratic, because the 30 for 5 hours straight it's been in a red MACD. So I mean for 5 hours straight the people have actually been selling, but the market has been buying. So that's how you get overbought, because somebody in the market is actually buying when the people with the physical asset or whatever that's actually trading is selling their asset. There's institutional people or dark black pool or whatever the fuck. They are actually buying things. Right. That's why we're looking at this number that I just told you earlier. It didn't go to that random little dot. It didn't go all the way down there. But somewhere that happened in their world, so now they can use that as an anchor to bounce up. But yesterday that same thing happened. They popped up to a number that it didn't go to. That anchor, you seen how they used it. They used it overnight real quick, got real low, and then shot back up. And that's what I told y'all. Guys, they watching us. So y'all, maybe y'all not watching, but they're watching us. So I've been coming in. I've been telling y'all about Wacky Wednesday and these different things. So they've been doing it on Tuesday. I've been telling y'all, yo, they showed me a thing where they'll pop one side up and go the other way, and they'll pop the other side down, just like a little fake. Like if you're going to juke somebody, you probably juke harder to the side that you're not going in, and da-da-da. So now what they're doing is they've been doing it for like 3 weeks now. They're hit. Matter of fact, because 3 weeks is a lot of days because they do it every day. It's not like they're just doing it this on Wednesday. Every day they do it. And then when they're in a compromised position, they don't do it. So they move it up, like they're doing those jumps, but you like, hold on, they went from 522 to 523. That's not a jump. That doesn't make it. It didn't go there. I've been watching the chart the whole time. It didn't go there, but still, that's not nothing. And when they start doing that, that's because they understand. Okay, somebody's reading this setup. I can't use the setup anymore. So now the new setup is. I'm just gonna tell y'all because they're predictable and they're stupid. The new setup is now we're gonna run early, and then we're gonna pull back. So all of our gains that we gain from that little pop or whatever, up, pop, down, or whatever the situation is, we're gonna use that as our runner, and we're gonna run on the day. And then you think we're gonna finish the day up? We're gonna finish the day back down. So that's the same thing that I'm expecting for tomorrow. Like I said, because we don't really have any trends. I guess we'll see necessarily how much they start relying on that the daily. But right now, like I said, if you just look at these MACDs, it's so much room to work on everybody time frame. 2 hour, but if y'all can see the chart, there's something consistently happening on the charts, and that's what they're fighting against. I've been telling y'all this whole time. They're not in the trend that you think they are. They're in a quarterly trend. Quarterly is about to be topped out, so like I said, it's just like Custer's last stand. They got to make it up the hill. They can't fall down like Jack and Jill. It's the same thing that happened with Bitcoin, right? It's so much pressure for this thing to go down that there's so many different entities making this thing go up, right? So like I said, once we figure out these trends, we'll figure out exactly when and where to get into different plays. So like I said, with this 4 hour, I always tell you about this too, and usually it'll happen around Wednesday, and we'll be talking about it before it happened, and I say, yo, it's a 4 hour uptrend. Be careful, because I know y'all see the RSI might be topped out, but we're not using that. We're using the MACD now because we're already in the play. And usually I'm saying that because the 4 hour had already done got hit, but it looked like it's about to retrace. And a lot of people are like, man, we pulling back. And I'm like, no, we good. The MACD is extremely healthy right now, guys. Right, so that's what we got to get with this trading situation. We got to go from actually being the students and now start being the teachers. Well, like I said, we start taking these lessons in. Like I said, if we cannot actually take these lessons in, then we're not going to actually become better traders, and we're not going to actually further our information. And that's the only way to actually grow as a trader, right? You have to actually lock in on the information, lock in on the practicality of the information, and just have rules. That's my problem with every human in the world. That's why I just asked you, what is my rules on things? I only have a certain rules. I believe in certain things, and I speak about it every cast. I say, yo, look at this. This setup mean this. Hey, look at this. This right here. All right, boom. They're gonna use this. Oh yeah, they just hit that. Cool, but they still got the MACD they can use. Ah man, how you know that? Cause I'm watching it right now. It's gonna pull back. It's gonna look crazy. It's on the RSI. It's gonna pull back. Look crazy. But just keep watching that MACD. You don't really want to convince yourself of anything until you see that MACD. I haven't told y'all one cast. The best time to sell is when you see the close of a MACD and the close of a RSI. Other than that, you're kind of putting yourself in a battle where you may get a quick rundown, or you may not even get a quick rundown, because like I said, the MACD is physical people. So these are actual cheaters. These not like the market. The RSI is like the people that just moving up and down. Yo, you bought too much. This shit topped out. Ah man, I ain't gonna buy no more. I'm wait till it pull back. That's what that's just the normal normies. But then there's other people just watching it like, oh, them boys don't know about the MACD. Look, they got a bunch of buy orders where? Okay, and they got sell orders where? Yeah, sell orders at 72. Okay, so if I push them to about 500, they gonna be in some trouble. And you say, what, he got sell order where? At 511? So what, about 541 to put him in trouble? Okay, about 541 put him in trouble. Right, and that's when you'll start seeing the chart move so weird, where you're like, oh no, why can't it go up? Like, I don't know. Just look at the charts. I can go back and show y'all thousands of days and show y'all how normal the chart moves. I don't know. But there's special entities. There's people. It's me. There's entities that are getting to the market, and it'll make whoever is in the market start treating the market like it's not actually a market anymore, like it's not public, and it becomes something personal. It's like, you feel me? It's what it is. A 20v1 almost. That's what it feel like, because these guys, you know what they call themselves? They call themselves whales. So they're saying they big, but they're dumb. They're just big and dumb. And you know they're big and dumb because literally when I tell y'all something, they change it. And then when I put them in a headlock, they literally don't do anything. They just stay there. They say, I forgot us. We're just going to stay here. That's why I keep stressing these MACDs. I'm telling you, look at this 15-minute MACD and tell me how much time have y'all seen the 15-minute MACD like this. Like, I don't think y'all be getting what I be trying to explain to y'all about the charts, because y'all be saying crazy shit. Y'all be like, yeah, but you said this. When did I ever say that? I don't say anything. I just read the charts. I don't say anything. The chart said it. The chart said it. Yeah, the RSI topped out. But what does that mean to me? Yeah, it's bouncing around and bouncing everywhere. What does that mean to me? It's not because it's Wacky Wednesday or Wacky Tuesday. No, it's because the damn MACD says that it want to go down. This is called a divergence. That's what it's called. It's called a divergence, nigga. I mean, I'm going one way, you going one way. We're pulling each other. We're yoking each other. That's what that's what you're seeing on the chart. There's nothing amazing, right? And that's why I say these are the scariest parts of the chart, because this isn't real. This is somebody setting you up to try to go the other way, and that's the scary part. Like I said, you can buy on whatever confirmations. Like I was telling Empress, like the good thing that I like about some of these plays is that at least you'll get a 15-minute bottom out. Man, if y'all watch this damn chart, I wouldn't lie to y'all, bro. Look, this shit went to 16, and then 48. Look. 16, 57. Just watch these cats. All right, and then boom. They pulling back right here. But they never crossed down. They never even went up. So now, in this whole mode right here, look, they went to an all-time high on a pullback. I'm just telling you, bro, when I'm telling y'all about the charts, bro, I'm risking my trading to try to educate people. And that's why this next video I'm about to play is going out personally to you, all of y'all, because I don't think y'all understand how much I'm risking myself telling y'all any of this information. But I come in here every week after week, and tell y'all the information. And you know what I get? People saying, what? Why that can't happen, bro? What? And how much hours have I spent in here speaking to you guys about what's actually going on in the charts? How many hours have I criticized people telling y'all fake things about buying this and buying that? And I'm like, nah, that's topped out. All right, nah, that got some run room. Yeah. Nah, that one right there good. We should be retesting the high on that one. That one held. How many times have y'all heard those type of theories? So, bro, I'm risking my trading life to just tell y'all something very, very simple. Like, bro, these guys don't know what they're doing. When you start seeing the MACD look crazy, and you say, Dre, what's a crazy MACD? Okay, let me go back. Just look at how this MACD moves. All right, craziness right here. In this crazy period, just look at any crazy period, how you start to see the charts. Just look, high, low, all within this crazy period. This is on the 15-minute, bro. This is 84, and this is 29. This is one trace down. This is literally a fake up and down. They didn't even use it. They said it was going up, but it was going down. Look. And it's all because of these MACDs. This whole time, it's been building up in this ugly manner. And that's the same thing I'm telling y'all right now, bro. And that's what I'm saying. This is the scariest time to trade. When it start becoming dumb. When it's not actually about setups. It's now about, like, misdirections almost. It's like, it's a cheating game at this point. It's like, Brett think we going up because we told him we was going up. Or he think we going up because that's the rules. Whatever the rules is, whatever y'all spoke about, whatever y'all agreed upon, this is the time that they don't listen to any of those agreements. When you start seeing MACDs look like this, you start being like, okay, cool. I could buy at my own risk. I could sell at my own risk. but this ain't a point for me to get in. And then you say, okay, how do I know when I buy or when do I sell? Simple. Do you have any other trends that needs to get hit that's close enough to get hit? Meaning, just like Empress was saying with RSI, if the RSI bottoms out and goes back up, you can use that after 33. But you can't use that solely if there's nothing else. So if you got the 4 hour that needs to hit is a SAR and also still is in an uptrend, you can now use his uptrend because he crossed over 33. He was at 48 last night. He was over 33. So you could have bought on him. And even the pullback on the daily, because like I said, the daily was at 33. So the reading from last night into today was 33. So you could have sold. But you didn't want to sell at that moment because it went low. It went to $4.99. So it went low. But it was holding the whole time because of the 4 hour that it wanted to hit. And now you say, why do they want to hit the 4 hour and not the 2 hour? Back to the same point. It's not them. It's manipulation. It's Custer's last stand. Like, it's a battle, bro. It's like a war where it's like some weak people versus some strong people. And the weak people end up winning. And the way they end up winning, no, they end up losing. Just like these weak people, they end up losing. They end up losing, bro. But in the midst of losing, they tried to do something funny. They tried to get me in misdirection and act like they was gonna win. The losers started like acting big. So like, you know when a bear attack you and you like, and they say, "Oh, stand up to the bear." That's what the losers started doing. So that's what we're seeing right now. And that's what I'm explaining. When Matt D's and all these crazy things get involved, you want to be very, very careful. I'm not saying you don't want to buy. I'm not saying you don't want to sell. I'm not saying you don't want to do anything. But I'm just saying, at this point, you're no longer in control. You're just trying something. You may win. That's what I'm telling you. Custer last stand. The Viet Congs, the Great Seminoles, the Maroons. They got to be a lot of people. Gotta be a lot of people that been in battles, bro. The Ethiopians, right? Like I said, I already shout out the Maroons, so that's definitely IAT. But yo, you seen the battles? Y'all seen the battles, bro. And the battles are won because there's a decision made by the coach. And I was even telling Empresses earlier, like even with sports, if you're not intimidating, bro, you gotta intimidate people with your play. But everybody that you play, you're going to get their best. And that's the bad thing. If you're really not that good, you don't really want people best too much. You're going to end up getting your ass embarrassed. But if you're really that good, then it's what it is. You just take them and you feel me, and you embarrass them, and now you get them back in line. So there's two ways to deal with things. But once they start figuring out that they're no longer intimidating, because they know they can't trade. Right? So now they have to go back to using fake intimidation. And what's fake intimidation? Time in the market. Popping fucking shits up that's really going down. Jumping around when it's really like any of the little craziness that they're trying to do in the midst of you knowing what's going on. That's them trying to fight you. As the big bear, that's them doing like, and like you like, yo, what bro do? Like I'm gonna smack him. Like what he doing? You think he's scaring me? I'm not scared of big bears. Like I smack big bears super pow. Smack him. And he dead. And then now he learns, yo, don't do that anymore. Don't do that anymore. Like, I'm pretty sure it's like a whole thing. I think black bears, I think black bears, they might spare you a little bit. But I think the worst bears that'll kill you for sure is white bears, polar bears. Because they polar. They cold. They hard cold. But I'm just saying, there's intimidation don't work with some people. I'm a polar bear, bro. That's who I am. I'm a polar bear. I need to change my name to Polar Bear. Huh? You don't like that name?
It's not about liking it. Just liking it.
I'm just thinking, people trying to intimidate people, bro. And I think they ran into the wrong bear. They're wrong. I'm a bear, bro. I'm a bear.
How polar bears do with bear mace?
I'm telling you, polar bear, don't matter what you do to them, they gonna get you. Cause they mean.
The bear mace is gonna freeze in the air.
You got with polar bears, you got to get up out of there. With brown bear or grizzly bears, you don't want to play with them either. I think black bears, you got the best chance. Black bears, they nice, just nice people. But I'm a polar bear, bro. And then sometimes it's good to be a black bear. I'm not telling y'all it's bad. You have to be in all your bears. You have to have all your bears inside of you. Polar bear inside of you, grizzly bear inside of you, black bear inside of you. Why? Because there's markets for polar bears. But then there's markets, nigga, where you gonna attack everything and you gonna get daggered. They're gonna put you into a trap. You got bear traps set up everywhere, and now you think this is a good play. So that's why I keep on telling y'all how important it is to actually understand who your opponent is. Who I'm battling right now. I'm battling a 4-hour uptrend with a MACD. Bottomed out. Damn. Okay. Well, I could use this right here to get that. That ain't gonna be bad for me. That, you feel me? You have to weigh your options. But then when you start looking at the MACD, you start saying, well, shit, if I don't get in right now, it might go up. But boy, when that bitch fall, it's gonna fall super fast from my numbers. So it's kind of hard to debate it and choose where you want to stand and what not to do and what to do. But just understand when they're using intimidation tactics. When it's no longer about skill, when they're not using the just normal skill set, like, hey, this is set up, you're going this way, you think we're going this way, no, we're going this way because of this. When they're no longer using that and it's just now, yo, I'm going down, but I'm popping up, I'm going this way, but I'm going left, it's like, hold on, you can't physically do that. You was going, all right, cool, shout you out, right? So when you start seeing them move like that, you want to take a couple steps back. And you want to make a decision. You want to say, do I have enough capital first? If you have enough capital, then you might say, yo, I'm patient. I just dug it out. If you don't have enough capital, you might say, you know what, fuck it. I'm going to get the buy. But when I get the buy, to Dubai, I'm shitting on people. All right? So that's the whole thing. You got to decide what you do and how you doing it. You don't want them to play the intimidation roles on y'all. Right, Empress? And that's the main thing I'm telling you. This next video
before we wrap,
is just about exactly what I was telling you about. Because every day I come on here, Empress, and I'm risking my life to tell them boys about what's going on.
Won't be long.
Bro, I can't keep on doing it, bro. Them folks not playing. Them folks is cheating. They're changing the setups. They didn't do the pop yesterday because they knew what they seen what we had yesterday. They see what we had in our hands yesterday, so they didn't want to do it. Then, like I said, the daily came back and said, yo, sell me. I said, nah, that's not a good daily reading. So I wasn't convinced by the daily reading because I seen the 4-hour. Even the 2-hour I wasn't convinced by him because he went to 69, but it was after his reading came. As his reading initially came, he probably was at, when his reading first came, what was he at? Maybe he was at like 72, I think. 71. So I'm like, oh, that's close enough. I'm like, man, I don't want to wait too long because that boy going to hit him and go just like 50. So I'm like, man, should I get in? So now me and Empress start taking a look at the chart. I said, nah. Because I can get in if I'm going to be up. So even when me and Empress was going to lay down and we seen it falling, I was like, damn, I should have got that goddamn sell. But then I was like, no. Because I'm going to lay down and I still see the 4-hour. Like, I need that 4 hours. So then we waited till 4 and we got that 4-hour reading and it was still going up. The 2-hour, like I said, it didn't go to nothing but 70. So you couldn't have sold on the 2-hour. And then by the time that you got the next one at 6, you definitely couldn't have sold on that one because I think the next one at 6 went up to like 84 or some dumb numbers. It's like, hold on, what the hell? And then now you get the one at 8. And then now you see the 4-hour. It's like, oh, nah, them boys going up. And then it's like, okay, this is why you don't predict plays. And I want to say, I ain't tell y'all nothing wrong ever. I just tell y'all what the chart say. If the chart changed it, then maybe you didn't talk to me quick enough. Sorry. Nah, I'm not saying sorry. I never mess up. I tell y'all, I don't even tell y'all what to do. I just tell y'all, yo, this is what you look for. Look for these numbers. Look for these RSIs. Look for these different setups. Look for these different MACDs. And, hey, move your way through the shit. Get you a room. You can do anything. Put anything on the chart. Do anything you want to do. But just understand that from, just not this day on, but soon enough, I'm on my quiet constraints. And if you don't know about it, let me press my play button. See if my play button works. Yeah. Goodness. My play button not working. That's crazy.
Up tonight's show.
Yeah, it's John straight, but it ain't as cool. The reason why I like it is you can take a John Empress like taking these screenshots of her John with the screen. Me, I never know how to do it, but now I just see a big blue button. I could just step in and do it in no time, y'all. But what do I want to do for y'all right now? Oh, play the video.
Let's talk about an emerging workplace trend. This one is called quiet constraint. Sounds interesting, does it not? So what is quiet constraint? It's a little like quiet quitting, but also a lot different. Quiet constraint is where you withhold information from your colleagues. Information that is valuable, knowledge that can add value. You don't share it with your colleagues. But why? Why would someone do that? Say,
yeah, so this is one time like a brother like me really want a person like Empress input, because Empress got funny inputs, and mainly on these type of things. She got funny inputs on. So first thing first, Empress. I played 3 different videos, bro. You think people making these Johns up? Or you think this really going on? Quiet cutting, quiet quitting, and quiet constraint. You think people really out here doing this? Like, what? Who making these shits up? Cause I know how you felt about the Aunt Jemima and all these different type of things. So like, who you think making these things up? Or you think these are legit things? I don't know.
I know there's a concept where AI, there's like different softwares and apps that offer you topics to address, make videos about. But yeah, I think it's been a thing. It's just called passive aggression.
And that's what I'm asking you. Like, what's this whole concept with all these names? Even quiet quitting and any of these names. Like, I'm more taken aback by the concepts of it.
It's the big payback from the boss. The boss said, "Oh, y'all want to play chess? Y'all want to quietly quit? Y'all want to act like y'all running off? Y'all sneaking off? Well, let me tell y'all my next move."
And you think, and you saying that's them doing the quiet cut, not the quiet constraint?
Both.
And you think both of those coming from like higher ups more so? Because I'm saying like,
I wouldn't say higher ups because that means they're above us. I think they're beneath our feet. They're beneath the ground. They derive from hell. But yeah, those folks that have background data, staring at cameras the whole fucking day. Those idiots.
But what I was thinking about was kind of like, say you in a meeting, and you went to college. Your manager ain't been to college. I don't really know nothing. They ain't really that smart. And you in there, and you still working on something. You don't really know some commands. You know, this is probably something real basic to you. You like, damn, bro, I don't really know how to do that. And you just sit there, and you don't tell them. You could also do that too. And that's what I'm saying.
Not me.
Nah, you can't do it. I'm just saying, like, where is constraint wrong? Like, what's wrong with quiet constraint? Because if the employer could do it, which they do every day the employer can tell you something that can make your job easier. They can tell you something that can get you hired. Like, there's thousands of things that the higher up at a business nigga know that you don't know. Like, so why is it a thing? Like, why is quiet constraint even a thing? It's like, nigga, everybody constrain themselves.
Oh, same thing with these charts. They're losers. The house is the biggest loser.
So now they're creating a thing to address. It's like, hey, look at them bros over there. They holding information. Look at him. It's like, bro, you've been holding information the whole time. What are you talking about? Look at them. They holding information. What information they holding? They don't got no damn information. Yeah, he didn't tell his coworker how to do that. And he know how. Nigga, you tell the coworker how to do that. Oh, you don't know how to do it either? Only the employee know how to do it? So you want him now to motherfucking train that, bro? I'm not training him. I'm not telling him anything. He better learn. right? So I kind of understand both sides, but like even the funny part, the funniest part of this whole thing is just seeing them make names. It's like, bro, nobody like what? Who's making these names? Quiet constraint. Like, what
Which
is it?
means what? What by definition for the audience?
Well, constraint just means to refrain, and the way they was using quiet cutting and all these ones, they're basically saying that you're not saying that you're restrained. Like somebody asks you something, you're not saying that you know, but you're not telling them, but you know, but you're not telling them. So that's the quiet part of it. That I'm not gonna tell you that I know.
What's a synonym for it?
Constraint, refrain. What you mean? To refrain.
So reframing means you're helping them somehow. You're just not giving them all the details.
Mm.
Constraint
Oh, yeah.
means
I guess you can
No
technically do
details.
that too, though. But I'm just saying the main point of it is that it's like even if I constrain you, like I'm just keeping you in a box. Like that's the whole thing. Like I'm just keeping you. I can give you information, but it's just not gonna be the information that you need.
So it's a form of withholding.
Yeah, that's the main thing. That's why. Yeah, but it's
Constraint.
And then this is like I said, this was the first definition that I was telling you: the threat or use of force to prevent. Right. So that's one definition of constraint. That's what I was just giving you. So if I just constrain you to an area, I box your ass in like, yo, you can't go over here. It'll be the same thing with information though. I'm like, yeah, bro, you could you on the website. You like, hey, well, what website?
So is it like the example of the overtime? I was like, yeah, you can get overtime, but not this week or next week or the next couple of years.
Nah, not even that. But that in a sense, but it's more like you work there, I work there. I might have been working there for 15 years. I'm telling you that you can't get overtime because they told all of us that.
Mm-hmm.
But I know information that I know that you can go ask bro personally, and he'll give you overtime because he want everybody to work overtime, but he don't want to force it on nobody. But I'm not gonna tell nobody because now I'm making it seem like I know about the overtime particularly. So I'm trying to get paid on the side. Like, hey, what you want some overtime? I'll put you in, man. You know I'm getting that, but like what? That's more so how it is. I know a way to help you, but I'm not going to help you. That's the main idea that you got to keep in your head. I'm limiting you from doing what you need to do, or I'm regulating your movements. All I'm trying to do is so that you don't do the ultimate. So if you on the motherfucking computer and I know that, yo, you can go on this website and you can get everything else free, I'm going to keep you on the website that give you 6 things for free. Right? Instead of being like, nah, bro, you don't got to pay for that one. But like, oh yeah, even if you go to
And
Coke.
what's the quiet aspect of it?
Because I'm not actually telling you that I'm doing it to you. I'm not actually making it known.
That no, you can't get overtime.
No, I'm not making it known that you can get overtime.
But that's just a constraint, right? You're constraining the person.
Yes. If you were doing it physically as a boss and telling them this is what I'm doing, that is constraint.
Okay.
When you're trying to trick them, like that's not what you're doing, that's the quiet part of it.
So it's more so the omission of that information that makes it quiet.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
So you're sitting there and you're not saying anything. But then, like I said, the trick comes in. I could be sitting there not saying anything, but it's like, did you ask me? Because maybe I'm not a talkative employee. Maybe I might be a nigga knocking everything out. You like, nah, bro,
that's
no.
what makes it extremely quiet. Is if I ask you the direct question, and you say, nah, I ain't no overtime over here, and then 2 weeks later you see 5 other bros with overtime.
And then they all telling me that you put them on. And that's the whole quiet aspect of it. Because, nigga, it's not like you're not...
Hush.
Right? So... But it's very funny that that's a problem, though. Because I'm just thinking about you. I remember you one day, you didn't want to train some workers.
Oh, yes, I did. I really wanted to train them. I actually wanted to put that on my resume. It's just there wasn't enough incentives to actually do it.
Oh. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's the quiet part. That's the quiet quitting. That's the whole quiet part of it. You're not doing it unless you're rewarded for it.
Incentivized.
Yeah.
I see.
And that's why you're doing it quietly, because you don't want people to think that you really doing it. But if they paid you enough, you'll knock it out, because you ain't got no problem with knocking it out. But you're not letting them know that you don't want to knock it out without getting paid for it. So you keeping them in the dark while you're not doing
I
it.
think it's a game of chess at that point, because they're not telling you, oh, you training them. They say, yo, they just show them how to do it real quick. And it's like, nigga, don't tell me to show them how to do it. You better use the proper words. Train them.
No,
We're going to pay you to train these people.
100% fact. And I tell you, that's where the understanding come in, where even you understanding that. You might be around other employees where they're like, hey, let me train Brennan. You might be the voice of reason. Hey, nah, you know, they just really looking for somebody to replace us.
I've witnessed it. I've seen people get paid to train me. I work for multiple Fortune 500 companies. So it's like, nah, y'all not about to run that game. Y'all Fortune 500, bro. Y'all already know these rules and the schematics behind trainings.
Yeah, but that's how we became Fortune 500.
By not paying trainers.
Yes, man, quiet constraint. I was thinking about it earlier. I was like, that's so funny. Because they do it, and then they, like I said, just the fact that it's a thing. I don't know who is it really directed to. Is it they saying the employee's quiet constraining too much? Let's see if she got a gist of this bullshit. Man, why is my button not working? Yeah, this button out of swag gives the other button.
Does it go to sleep?
No, it's on. It's just, I guess it gotta be connected to the video. So like, watch when I play
Your
it,
teammate is stuck with a problem,
I can
one that
pause
you
it.
have a solution to, but you chose to
flag,
not tell
Empress.
her how to work around that problem.
Oh,
Why would someone do
probably
that?
died.
The question
Oh,
was
you seen
put
this
to
on in
some
blue?
employees. A lot of them said that they withheld information because they were never asked. Basically, no one bothered asking them for their inputs. There were also those who said employers did not provide them with a channel to share their knowledge. A third of the employees said they felt stifled at work, as if they did not have the option to share knowledge, even if they wanted to do so. According to one estimate, 58% of American employees admit holding on to information or knowledge that could benefit their co-worker. 77% of them are Gen Z employees. In other words, employees born between 1997 and 2012. They top the category of workers who silently sit on beneficial information. Also, more men exercise quiet constraint than women. The number is 63% to 57%. Employers point at a decline in collaboration. They say that the trend is being fueled by remote and hybrid work models. One school of thought believes that flexible working is disconnecting the employees from one another, because the team members are not working together. They are not sharing knowledge, engaging with each other. So is remote working the villain here, or is it simply a scapegoat for those fostering toxic work culture? While it's true that remote working does limit communication, it's also true that workplace communication was not all that free-flowing when everyone was even working from office. Think about it. Is it unusual for a handful of people to dominate conversations at work? Is it unusual for loud workers to hammer their ideas during meetings? Or for bosses to be receptive to ideas from only a pocket of workers? Clearly, the villain here is not remote working. It is our work culture, one that often tends to limit creativity or makes people retreat into a cocoon. And the result is this: quiet constraint. Goes without saying, the trend is not good for workspaces. Withholding knowledge hits productivity, which in turn goes on to impact revenue. Above all, the trend is unhealthy. Quiet constraint is unhealthy. When a team fails to work together, the result is never good. But this is where the onus falls on the team leaders. It is their responsibility to ensure that the team is working with each other. The team members are working with each other, not against each other. It is up to the leaders to ensure there is a line drawn between healthy competition and sabotaging each other. Also, to not fuel toxic competition through favoritism. What about the team members? Can quiet constraint be good for them? Hardly, I would say. Work politics is never a good idea. If anything, it will hit your reputation at work. An employee who does not help out her colleague or sabotages a team member is bound to be branded unprofessional, even toxic. So here's what it comes down to. If quiet constraint is the epitome of lack of collaboration, then collaboration alone can fix the problem. It is up to people on both sides of the table to come together and find a solution to quiet constraint, to nurture a healthy workspace, to make space for diverse ideas, to respect diverse thoughts, to encourage creativity and free flow of knowledge. Do you agree with this? Write to us and let us know.
You heard that. You heard me. That's funny. Shout out, though. Shout out. This is a nonsensical topic, bro. I'm covering it because I think it's so nonsensical that they're making up all these terms. Quiet quitting, quiet cutting, quiet. Shut up. Just be quiet with all the quiet, nonsensical talks. Bro, people keeping information. Why? They can't share it? Keep it. People sharing information? Share it. I don't really see where's the problem. It's going to bring down productivity and who? Why I got information that other people don't have? Who giving me the information? Where the fuck did I get this information from? Is this specialized information? Who still did I steal? Right. You feel me? I'm trying to figure out what's the big debate with the information where it's like, bruh, that's you with the information. You ain't even give it to me. It's like, what you mean? That's like being in school. Like, man, that's you with all the right answers? That ain't good, bro. We got to sit. And I understand teamwork because, like, you playing on a basketball team. And then, but, like, what information would you know that I wouldn't know? Like, I'm just trying to really, really think about it. And then, like, I guess if it becomes a thing of favoritism or, like, unhealthy competition, where I'm as the manager, I'm giving people information just to be against you. Because, like, I don't know, maybe that can become a problem, but where is it like being a mass problem of like where it's like, yo, you had the information and you didn't give it to nobody and only you had it. And what fucking company is that the normality of employees just walking around with this specialized information and nobody else? These are all employees, mind you, nigga. These employees keeping information from employees. Employees are saying that, yo, we had no outlets. That's what some saying. Some saying, yo, we don't talk enough. People ain't even ask me. I'm sitting there work all day. Nobody asked me for answers. They asked the motherfucking that one kid that looks smart. He ain't no answers. But, hey, that's who they asked. So I never told them. So that's what I'm saying. Like, where is it a problem? Like I said, until we figure out what the specialized information is that they was getting, that nobody else could have received, what meeting they went to that we couldn't have went to. Like,
I'm thinking about the small example when you told me, bro, was already up and just stared at you sleep.
mm-hmm.
He withheld information
What you saying? That he was up? He said he's supposed to wake people up. Like, yo, I'm up.
easily. He a fuck boy.
But that's not no information that you couldn't get by being up too.
But you're not up. So he's withholding the snooze button damn near. He not helping you get up, knowing that you need to get up for practice.
Yeah, I guess that is a thing because you received the information while other people were asleep.
To get your ass up and get out.
Yeah, and see, and yeah, and that's a good
It's
example.
like a house on fire, and it's like, he sleep, leave him.
Yeah, that's a good example because in that situation, we were all supposed to be at home. So we weren't technically supposed to have practice that day, which is how everything ended up getting so like messed up because I think we had to get like a call from coach or something. And one of them, like I said, them boys they stay in that area anyways. So I'm not sure if they went home. What the situation was, but they knew. And nigga, me and my roommate did not know about this bullshit. We missed that practice, nigga, so we had to miss a game. Well, not me technically, but my roommate for sure missed the game. I remember they wanted me to travel and shit. Still, I'm pretty sure I traveled, I'm pretty sure I traveled. I always travel to every fucking game. But yeah, that bro has some information, and I never liked it. After that day, I told coach that I can't play with him because that's sneaky. If a bro got some type of information like that's wickedness. But that's what I'm saying. Unhealthy competition. I don't know what the competition was because they weren't good enough in basketball. So it became a weird competition, but it was like just politics now. Like, how can we what he doing? Like, look at him. Look how he moving. He did he come to the office today? He ain't come to the office? Alright, you know what? We're gonna start putting all the notes in the office then. It seems like you don't like to come to the office. So I see the problem in it, but I could have went to the office. I don't want no excuses for anything. It's wrong that somebody would do life like that, but you could get that same information, so is it wrong? No, they probably care about it more. Give it to them.
So they quietly repositioned you.
Yeah. Well, no, because in my situation, they was quietly cutting everybody else. Remember, I told you that was the information that they brought to me. Like, hey, don't worry about it. You don't like bro? Yeah, you worry about it, bro. Bro not in that shit. I don't even know why you talking about, bro. He gone. I'm like, damn, bro. Oh, man, I still ain't gone. I gotta go see what my people's talking about, bro, because I don't know, man. Y'all just did me wrong type vibe. But yeah, this is why I tell you I did not use an RSI, because earlier, bro, I got in on a sale on the RSI, bro, and I seen the RSI turn into a worm. From this point right here is like when I got in the sale. And this is going on. Look at the RSI. The RSI is a fake RSI. Look. These are all fake RSIs, bro. Look, this is a worm. Look at the MACD. Look at the MACD. Look at this pop. This is why I tell you could buy it because it's a pop. This is not a move. This is just, it's a stop loss hunting too. Did they take it out? Damn. Yeah, they hunting up. Well, where's that right now? 24 what?
81.
And where's our John at?
25.
No, 72? Okay. They had 25 already?
25.
Them boys, the stop loss hunting. Yeah, see, like I told y'all, these are the ones that y'all can buy on, but I just don't like this. I don't like these pops for y'all because the pullbacks is just as ugly. Pullbacks is just as ugly as these pops. Alright, let's see, man. How we looking? 2032. Okay, we good right there. Yeah, I wanted to move it down too, but I expected a pullback before this, John. But like I said, they've been moving extremely erratic, so you couldn't expect anything. But mind you, remember what I told y'all? This is the 4-hour test for 29. So it should be able to get that based on it holding. But yeah, that's... Dang, they stopped us out? I was just about to come on here and say, that's why I stress keeping your stop loss tight. They stopped us out and now they're going down? What's going on? Are they still going up?
They're going down arguably, but they're fighting right now.
Yeah, they just pulling back. These niggas gonna stop loss hunting. Look at this candle, y'all. Oh, it's not. It ain't even on the charts. I'm gonna make sure, y'all. Alright. But yeah, this is what we witnessing right now. And this is what I was explaining about these MACDs. And if you see the MACDs stayed small until that number. And now, like I said, we're still being patient because we understand that this is supposed to be testing that 4-hour uptrend. Since they got us out of our other sell, then we're just looking to reposition on sales. I'm not a big advocate of buying, but because of how erratic the movements are, I'm not a big advocate of anything in the market. But I would definitely lean more to the sell side. Like I said, I just use the traditional setup as far as the charts, because like if y'all see the RSI, this is what I'm telling you, they're not using the RSI. If you see the RSI, it's down right now. So when we get 1 minute, let's see how far up it goes. just to get that reading. I had a couple other gens.
My daughter had a
Took 5 cents from us.
For real.
It was at 72. They went to 77.
For real. Oh yeah, this was a random. Yeah, that's the only thing, boy. When they cheating, they gonna make it clear. They gonna make it clear, bro. And that's why I kept on stressing these MACDs to y'all. That's the only time I really stress MACD, because I want to show y'all how when it becomes a movement where it's against you, just remember exactly when you made your play. Go back to the exact point that you sold and tell me if it ever went below your number. And you'll probably see it. Matter of fact, right now in the 15, you can see it. You see this last red fucking candle? That was possibly my entry.
Why are you saying that?
Right here. This is the entry, I think. This red candle right here is where I entered at today. 68. It was at 67. Probably a little bit lower than that, like 66 or 65.
Okay.
Look at it. Do what I'm saying? When they directly against you, look. Look.
Stall, theta.
And then just look at the MACD. Look what the MACD became.
Trash.
That's what I'm telling you. It just stayed in a certain motion. It's like, what's going on now? Oh, they're against you, bro. They're against you, man. That's why I wanted to move it down to 17. But like I said, by the time I got back from the store, they just kept... They even went down when I was at the store. Oh, it's right here on the chart. 14. It went to 14 when I was at the store. And then started moving erratic again. And then popped up again to this number. And then they did this John that never happened, which put them back in the balance. But like I said, we are just going to play the game the way we know how to play the game. Meaning that we're going to make money, and we're going to make money. That's all we going to do. We can't worry about what they going to do. We got to worry about what we going to do. And like I said, we know what they're trying to do. They're trying to test 29 based on the setup. They should technically pass it, but we don't really care, right? We just want to get our sell and figure out. And like I told you, what's funny is the weekly was we just had the weekly at 85. He's at 90 right now. But if y'all look at the MACD, y'all will also start seeing that the weekly started dying out also. So now you're going to end up back in that same weekly downtrend. So like I said, bro, play the game wise. Don't get caught up into intimidation, bro. It's just like a human standing up to a bear, doing a little dumb screaming and all that crazy stuff. Yeah, I ain't gonna tell you don't be scared of them, but I'm just telling you, bro. Yeah, if you let that bro trick you, good luck in the world if them the bros tricking you. But yeah, we about to put ourselves back in this place. So I don't want to get too distracted on this on this cast tonight, man. I'm getting back in this place. Getting back in this place. It's already falling. You boys, stop loss hunters. Come on, let me see how y'all can go. I'm looking for 29.
a seizure on the 4th of July.
In the small town of Granbury, Texas,
our grandson was one of them. He started having fluid leak out of his ears, had 4 ear infections in 4 months.
people reported they were getting sick.
I was walking to my barn and it felt like I got hit in the chest by a baseball.
Deanna Lakey, a nurse, says she ended up being the patient.
And then I started becoming sick.
Sorry, sweetheart.
I just felt like that I was going to die.
Then at a town meeting where she heard other people blame a nearby Bitcoin mine for their illnesses, it clicked.
We live very close to the Bitcoin farm, And we are definitely subject to the sounds that are going on 24 hours a day.
Marathon Digital owns and operates this Bitcoin mine here in Granbury. A massive network of fans cooling off thousands of computers, creating cryptocurrency.
And how loud is this noise? Describe it to me.
So it's like sleeping with a vacuum cleaner in your bed.
Cheryl Shadden lives across the street.
This is the noise at my barn, which is just a couple hundred yards away from my house.
And believes the noise is making her sick.
My ears buzz 24/7. I've got headaches, I've got dizziness.
Residents say it's even affecting the animals.
And I had a dog that for the last year, she was ripping her fur out.
While there's no direct evidence linking the crypto mine to these ailments, Dr. Michael Osborne, a researcher and doctor at Massachusetts General Hospital, says there is research showing there could be a correlation between persistent noise and health impacts.
It's certainly possible and plausible that long-term exposure to these sort of stressful insults could lead to adverse health consequences.
A clinical audiologist in Granbury says more patients are seeking his help.
This summer, we've probably seen a significant increase of 100 to 150% more patients complaining about noise exposure.
0.6, I measured it.
During our recent visit to Granbury, we checked out the noise for ourselves. Still audible, but lower than what residents say they're used to.
We're still getting readings up close to 70.
Members of the community are demanding that Marathon turn down the volume. In a statement to NBC News, Marathon said it holds itself to the highest health and safety standards. Marathon saying they recently broke ground on a sound wall and are expecting to transition 50% of the mine to quieter cooling technologies by the end of the year. The company also says it's investing millions of dollars to reduce the perceived loudness of the facility. As a result, all levels measured around the facility are well below state and county law sound limits. There is no established link, medical or otherwise, between Marathon's operations and the ailments that are being alleged. Back at the Lakeys, they say their dream home has turned into a nightmare.
We are not complaining. We are not fighting it. We are asking for help to save our lives.
Kathy Park, NBC News, Granbury, Texas.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or
Y'all hear them boys, but
why are those allowed so close to residential areas?
Yeah, that one is a little tricky. Because, like I said, they don't know actually if it is, but either way, no, that damn sound.
Bro.
That damn sound annoying.
Like, that's... What do you call that shit? I guess elementary?
The sound of silence is deafening. That's what I call that.
They wish it was silent.
God damn.
Big Lots. It has...
like, obvious. They always have, like, different codes for different types of, I guess, activities that are happening on the land. And if you're doing commercial shit, you can't be nowhere near houses.
Yeah, it's always different.
Whether it's Bitcoin mining, factories, actual mining of minerals, no. Those people either get displaced or the company gets displaced. But the fact that they have it so close to them, it's like, whoa.
Yeah, that's 100% right. There's definitely usually zonings. So the fact that they ended up so
that's
close
what I
to
meant
them.
to say. That's textbook. It's like, you should know better. But they said they putting sound walls up, whatever that means.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to figure out. How was they even...
Is that a big ass headphone or noise canceling device?
Sound walls.
Filed for bankruptcy and the shares are...
And if it's that bad, what's going on with the employees? Do they walk around with headphones on?
That's what I tell you. I'm trying to figure out the whole. We're gonna look into Marathon Digital a little bit. Probably try to get a look into their whole operation. But yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot of questions in this situation. A lot, because them people close. Sounds loud. Is it loud?
How long will it be loud?
Huh?
How long will it be loud?
Even
is this a temporary operation, or is this operation going to be utilized for something else? In the near future, do they have plans already? They're just like, man, it's gonna take at least 5 years, half a decade. So we in a now.
we don't want it now.
And that's crazy because it's like, hold on, they mining everywhere. Are these the only complaints? Bitcoin mining is occurring in several different areas, but it's like, are they as close to residential properties?
Yeah, that's the main thing you have to figure out. Like I said, that's the only reason why I want to look into this a little bit more, just to even make some fair judgments. But boy, I'm gonna get this sale on their head.
I thought Big Lots been filed for bankruptcy with Kmart.
Big Lots, big Lots, sorry, what? Big Lots think they popping.
Who keeping them alive? Midwest.
They stay having closeout sales down here, boy.
Bro, I thought they were gone.
They done. I need to go check on Sam Ash. I want to catch the last day when they like everything must go. Cause right now they still trying to talk about firm price here for fuck you. No firm price nowhere. $1. That right at 50 cents. $2. But you know somebody might buy it. Them white boys might buy that shit. White boy might be like, you know what, dude? I'll buy it myself before I sell it to you, dude. Are you in a band? Yeah, I'm in a band. Oh, you want to make that nigger music? I'm not selling it to you, man.
Nope, trying to make some country music.
Okay, what type of country you make? Nigger country? Not selling it to you, man. So, guys, we're going to be very patient, but hey, this sale is your beckoning call right now. It's your beckoning call right now, bro. This out, even if you look at like the hour RSI, I mean MACD, overworked. 2 hour, you got some room to work, but bro, this is just a 4 hour play, bro. And in between the 4 hour, that's the funny part. They can just fall and they can move back up, and nothing happened. Nothing happened, bro. And that's the main reason why I want to sell so much, because. But I'm saying 29. Like earlier, I was telling Empress that I wanted them to go to 13. As soon as I sold, they went to 13. So I know what number they're going to right now. So I'm just gonna wait. I'm gonna wait, but they're gonna go there. But man, they very tricky. Sometimes they just fall. Like earlier, I tell you, I seen them go to 14, and I had seen a sell at 22 that I was gonna get, but I was on the road, so I can't really get it because I'm not gonna be able to put my stop loss on as quick. I love being at my desk. When I'm at desk, y'all in trouble. If y'all ever get me at my desk, y'all know y'all gonna lose. Y'all don't like me at my desk. My desk was a problem. Shout out to Empress though. I've been seeing Empress, man. I've been proud of Empress. Every time I'll tell you, I was so happy. I was so happy for Empress the other day, this morning. You just got in, just made you some dollars and got out, quick, easy. I don't know how easy it was for you, boy. Every time you in, I'm like, man, what she doing? Why is Empress so confused about the direction? You see it right there. That's what I always say,
it's
babe.
so big, and capital is...
Nigga.
So...
Your capital is perfect for the setup because all you're doing is putting your stop loss on.
Yeah, arguably. But I know what they do with buys, bro. It's diabolical, bro. It's some nasty, nasty, filthy work. So, I don't like to play that game with them, bro. I hate them. And I'm not going to let them play with me like a fucking piece of shrimp.
Yeah, I wish you would have put your stop loss on like I always tell you.
Yeah, but you already know what happened. I would have definitely put it on, but we had to move away from the desk.
Nah, that's 100%. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. No, it's not a major thing. Everything comes back around, bro. All these plays, all these setups. That's what I was saying earlier. I was like, man, I meant to move it down to 17. But then I did have a thought where it was like, man, the daily just crossed down. The MACD just crossed down. You can't give it up like that. Just leave it right there, because if they do go that high, then you can just reposition. But if you put it low, then they hit it and run back down. Yeah, they hit it and run it back down. It's like, yeah, bro, you know that for sure is gonna happen. So like I said, we back in the same area, set up. Traditionally, I like to just get right above my number. So Empress said they close out at 77 on this one.
2577.
Okay, so yeah, so we trying to get around 77. If we can get 26, that's fucking legendary. Because if we get 26, we automatically win. I think that'll be $1. Every pip up, you win whatever the percentage is that they stopped you out, that you stopped yourself out at. So that's like same difference if you'd have stopped yourself out at 17 and opened up a sale at 27. That would have been 10 pips. And then you technically up probably like $100 or $70 or whatever it is from that move. So that's kind of how you gotta look at it. So you don't really, like I said, you ain't gotta fixate on it so much to get the same number. But if you can just get higher than where you stopped out at, you won. Even if you get lower than where you stopped out at, you still won.
You see the setup.
Yeah, exactly. That's the main thing. And I'll tell you, sometimes, like I said, especially me, you'll see that you always predicting the setups, and then you'll say, okay, but I'm staying in stuff too long. But then that's when you start really figuring out. I'm telling y'all about this Mac Deep shit, and how when you start figuring out that there's people watching you trade, and when the charts no longer move, there's movers of it. And that's what I keep telling y'all about these numbers that pops to 514 and they pop all the way up and all these weird numbers. It's like, damn, how did that?
What they call it, level 2 data.
Yes, man, exactly. You got to pay for that, and there's probably niggas with level 5 data. You don't know what the levels is until they unlock them for you.
They got OTC data, they got motherfucking retail traders, they got institutions, they got everybody in there. Cause what's called always posting the screenshots of the volume.
Who? Probably for sure though. But
I'm
yeah,
a professional trader.
Even in that same breath, that's what I was telling you though. As far as these niggas, bro, it's
quiet constraints.
Yeah, it's a way to manipulate this whole shit. Cause like I said, once they don't know how to trade, they don't know how to do anything. They're trying to use capital. Why you think they get mad at somebody as simple as fucking Roaring Kitty? And all he doing is fucking doing lines. He don't even know when the movement is gonna actually happen. He just like, oh, it bounced off this one. It should go up soon. We are actually timing it, and you'll see when they come in. And like I tell you, bro, the Matt Dia chain. Like I said, I'm not sure when they started doing this shit, and I really want to figure out about it. Like I said, once we start hobnobbing with the hobnobbers, we'll probably figure out. But I really, really want to figure out, like, yo,
What is hobnobbing?
you know, just hanging, chilling. I really want to figure out who the fuck is doing this shit on the charts.
Market makers.
Nah, the ones that don't actually even come on the chart.
Leverage.
Nah, like this John that I show you that happened at 1150s and 1145s. And you could be trading at 1150 and 1145 and it affects nothing that you have going on. Like you could have a stop loss at nigga at 514, nigga. That bitch can go to 502 on that drop. And that has nothing to do with it. Don't stop you, I don't do nothing to you. Who's doing that? Like that's what I want him to tell me. Like, what's this?
And it just started, right?
But it's been going on ever since we've been whooping their ass. So when we started doing our lives, and I was like, yeah, we ain't been losing, bro. They can't do nothing with us. That's my first time seeing them do that movement. And I was like, man, what's this? And the next day I seen them do it again. I was like, oh snap! All right, I'm seeing a pattern here. And then just recently, I tell you, within the last month, they've been doing it different. So they do this bounce down and then shoot up. But then they finish the day retracing.
Yep. And you saying they've been doing it every day.
They do it every day. Yeah, it's not just on Wacky Wednesday. It's every day. So Monday, but it's always weird. It's if we don't have them in a headlock, they use it. If we have them in a headlock, they do a small one where it's like, hold on, like that doesn't show you anything.
At 11:45.
Yeah, and instead of being one of them big candles, you got to go to damn near the 1 minute to see it. It's like, oh snap, here it goes.
Yeah, it pop up eventually though.
Exactly. and then you say, okay, there go the 15-minute one, but it's still a smaller movement.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, that's when you figure out, okay, they're trading against me, and they see that I have a sell, and they're gonna sell, so they can't predict the sell to you because you're gonna stay in your sell, right? So they say, okay, cool, let's just do a small one and fake going up, and you'll see them. They'll do that. They'll go up, and then they'll just retrace. Same thing with these overnight trading. Like a lot of people be like, yeah, it's the New York session that move. It's like, no, it's no sessions. It's the time of movement. So it's like it depends on where the volume is least at for the market movers, because that's how they really look at this shit. Like, okay, boom, we can come in here, we can move this shit from here to here, and then when everybody else come in, it's just battles. It just stays in a certain range. It'll fucking sell. It goes back to using the RSI in a normal trajectory.
Mm-hmm.
But boy, when the MACD motherfuckers come in, like when y'all start, anybody that trades out there, when y'all start seeing these MACDs get very, very small, and they start like, and they have the red that die out, and then he come back on, but he dying out. It's like, what the fuck is that? What's going on? When you start seeing those movements, just understand that there's gonna be a big pop up or pop down. The way you decide where is it gonna go is based on the trend. I've been telling y'all this. The last trend that we have hit so far is the 4 hour. So we're still in the 4 hour trend. So you would technically want to sell on the 2 hour time frame.
And that's the number one thing that people don't have. Someone who can read.
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
Can't
ma'am.
read the waters, you're fucked.
That's the main thing. A lot of people jumping in shits, nigga, and it's just sharks sitting there waiting for them. I guess they say they call themselves whales, but they waiting.
It's a whale coming to flip your shit over. What they call it?
Capsize.
Capsize you.
Mm-hmm. That's 100% fact.
You went fishing today, and another nigga went fishing too.
That's 100% fact, bro. I think that's what's so interesting about reading the charts, because remember, even our initial sell from 27, right? That wasn't on the 2 hour, right? That was on from the earlier ones. And this is what I always try to show you. Yeah, you sold from like a 1 minute, knowing you, goddamn. As soon as it started falling, you ass.
No, the 5 minute.
Okay, so either way, that's a 5 minute sell, right? So,
no.
What?
Wait, you talking about that 27 or this morning?
27.
I told you, I got tired of getting yelled at by the boss. So I said, disregard that, because every time I try to wait, because that's what I would start. I tried that probably a day after the boss told me, hey, you need to just do timers instead of notifications. Mm-hmm. I started doing timers. Every time I did a timer for 15 minutes, it was too late. It was too late. So I said, and it's not too late necessarily. It was too late in regards to the way it was moving. So the candles were massive.
Go in.
So the 15-minute was not availing me any real reading.
Go in.
So I said, okay, y'all want to play this game? Last time I got yelled at. This time, if this pops, I'm going to get the sell and then put my 15-minute timer on. And that's how I ended up with that, because it did a vigorous pop again. And I said, you fuckers are not going to stop.
But you see what I'm trying to teach you, though. You don't even know what I'm trying to teach you, though. But I'm glad you went in like that.
About reading it?
No. You could sell on the 5 minute, right?
Mm-hmm.
It can go from your big number to 84. But it's only a 5 minute sell.
Mm-hmm.
Once that 4 hour got hit, we were still in the 4 hour uptrend. So that's what I'm trying to show you, how it can retrace.
Yes.
When you sell on the 2 hour confirm, then you go to lower numbers, and then it has to re-hit the 2 hour to actually go up.
Back past your sell.
Yes.
Okay.
This setup, they didn't have to retrace none of them. And I can show you. See the 2 hour? From your number 84, straight back up.
Mm-hmm.
From your number 84, I don't even know what this is. This is nonsense. Yeah, right here. From your number 84, straight back up. Right? So that's what I'm telling you. That's why I tell you it's so important to wait. Because you can sell, and there's nothing wrong with it. But just know that whatever number you thought was high,
It won't be long.
it's going to come back to that same number on the bigger sell. The good thing about those early sales that I like what you do is that you're at a high point. But the scary thing is that high point could get retraced by the 4 hour. That's the problem about that high point. Is it actually high in reality?
No.
To when the 4 hour is still going up and it's trying to get to 29. Right. And now you got the daily that we just clearly seen go down on your 84 back up. Why? Because the 4 hour never went down. So that daily is irrelevant. It doesn't change what's going on the 4 hour. And that's why I said last night before me and you went to sleep, I was saying, man, I want to sell on this 2 hour because, like I said, it was at 68, 69 or whatever. But
that one too. Also, you know, you always talk about the 3 candles with the super trend.
Mm-hmm.
The 4 hours technically at 2. Or 2.
Yeah, 2. So you got 2 more days.
But you're saying that could pass.
No, it's gonna pass because it held.
Oh, okay, yeah. Mm-hmm. So it passes, but in reality, it's failing because of the daily.
It's
activating the weekly.
The failing and everything is really irrelevant to us because that's like when you were saying like, where is it gonna go? We don't actually know because it's not done the quarterly uptrend, so it can just keep going technically.
Yeah, and the fact that it went 71 and held the 84.
Yeah.
That's further confirmation that there's a
for
higher.
The 4 hour. So it failed every other time frame except for the 4 hour.
I see.
So that's why they had to use the 1 hour, 2 hour, and 4 hour. So that's why last night on the 2 hour there was pullbacks because they had to use all of the time frames to reclaim what they just lost on that sell. Right. So you sold early, then they end up hitting the 4 hour and almost hitting the daily. So now they had to regain all that, but they didn't. We didn't hit the daily. So they didn't have to regain the daily hit.
No.
That's why I keep on stressing to you that it's not the daily because it doesn't have anything to do with this fight yet. It's the 4 hour because he's the one he was the one that was actually hit, and he's the only one that's holding. Everybody else needs to pull back to test their number, right? He's the only one that actually has a mission, nigga. He's the only begotten son. Like we all put on the earth, nigga, to trade, but he the only one that's trying to go get 29. Everybody else don't care. The daily already got 31. The weekly already got 31. Everybody already have the big number, right? The daily is just consistently. I mean, the 4 hours testing. Once the 4 hour get a higher high, now it can just fall for no reason. And then now it's okay. Now we about to pull back. Now you can retest whatever you want to fucking test after that point. But this is just all manipulation. So what we would want based on the actual trend, like if this chart was moving normal, what would actually happen is this 4 hour would fail because it's failing because the daily registered down, and then you need 2 hour fails. So the 2 hour has to go up, come down, and fail in order to get one daily downtrend. So we couldn't get a daily yesterday because the 4 hour, look at the 4 hour, it just went up one time from 71, which is a lower low on the 2 hour. But now, if it passes to a higher high,
it's obvious that the quarter and weekly still have
some room to
testing.
Work. But if it fails, then you go into the weekly pullback, and then now when the weekly bottoms out and uses MACD, now he comes all the way back up. He's going to go down to like 400, 200 and shit. But he's going to come all the way back up to retest 31 or whatever number is left up there for him.
The weekly?
Yeah. So he's the next tester. Because they're going to try to keep the quarterly alive. If the weekly now fails, then the monthly comes, because if you look at the monthly has consistently been turning down, but every time we get good reading, he closes back up. So now he's back at 100. At the beginning of the week, he was at 96. Yeah, he was down. Same thing with this MACD. Like a lot of these things, they're changing as they're moving. But look at this number right here. This is going to be eventually at 100. But the thing is, this right here, we don't know what this is. So this previous high, what this number is?
8?
276, right?
Oh, Mac.
And then what is it currently at with this one?
225.
Right? So it can go all the way up to 276. That's just a previous number, and that wasn't even that high. But that was just a high that they went to when they pulled back at.
Mm-hmm.
So you can kind of use that as a barometer. Like, okay, they kind of went there before.
And what's that other one?
Where?
So.
No,
next one.
Okay.
Right there.
Yeah, and then like I said, we got the monthly. He's hired and everything. So that's why I said we're no longer in the. We already knew that, but we're not using the monthly. Same difference with the weekly. The weekly already crossed down,
months.
And then the MACD kind of got involved in the weekly too. But like I said, we're not in a weekly downtrend, right? So the weekly has to also be very patient. He can't just move down because he wants to. He has to wait for the trend. So now with the weekly, what we're waiting for is, in prediction, it'll be Friday, it'll be finishing down, just like it started the week off. That's what it traditionally does. It starts the week off with a reading, and through the week it can do a bunch of things. But when that motherfucking weekly come, when the Friday come to close the week, it traditionally finishes the direction that it started. All right, so that's kind of what we're looking at with this chart. A lot of little different setups, but like I said, we're gonna look for the sell on the 15. We just wait for the confirmation. I told y'all the numbers. I ain't gonna say the numbers too much, but yeah, y'all know the numbers that we're gonna wait for, and then we're gonna sell, and then the actual confirmed sell.
You loud, cause constraining.
Yeah. Oh, I tell you, this is my last cast like this, man. Every other cast from now on just gonna be trading music. Playing music in the background. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, man. Y'all should know. Like I said, we're gonna come on from time to time and say, look at this setup. But yeah, 99.9% of the time, y'all gonna be on here. We're gonna be trading. Y'all gonna be just actually learning, watching masters at work. Because like I said, it actually slows us down too to not be able to actually trade, because we got a bunch of stuff going on tonight. Still try to make sure that the show happens. So if we didn't have to do that, there'd be opportunities for buys. There were different little reversals that we kind of missed. Had to turn this off, turn that off.
Shit
so
entities.
yeah, and like I said, it's people actively trading against us. So it's not even really what you think. So some of y'all out there, y'all can do y'all thing. You ain't worrying about you. You ain't make no dent in the system yet. So nobody scared of you, G. You need me to hold something, or you good? No, don't put it on that mode, because that mode right there closes the phone every 2 seconds. You got it? Alright, we can run this. The button right here work now? Whack ass button. This is a whack ass button.
Are tanking after years of declining sales.
That's me?
And closing locations. The discount retailer agreed to sell its business to private equity investor Nexus Capital. We have Bloomberg's distressed debt senior reporter Eliza Ronald-Hannon joining us now, who was reporting on this for a while. And how does the Big Lots story compare to what else you're seeing in the world of retail at a time where people are really worried about the consumer?
Well, it's a bit of an optimistic story, believe it or not, just because you've seen so many retailers who file for bankruptcy these days going in with the knowledge that they will liquidate. So simply using Chapter 11 to apportion their assets and repay creditors. But against all odds, sort of, Big Lots has a buyer, will continue to operate and exist if all goes well, and is planning to shut, not many more of its stores, and really continue to operate as a big chain retailer. And that's despite the fact that it has reported losses for almost every quarter for several years now.
Growing up in the great state of Ohio, I'm very familiar with the chain. And it was bustling back when I was a kid in Newark, Ohio in the 1990s. But what's the store like now? What do they need to change? What do they need to turn around, Eliza, in order to get back on their feet?
Well, I think they need a macro turnaround a little bit because it has really suffered from consumer trends. So even though you would think that consumers trade down to discount stores like Big Lots in a crunch or amid of inflation, it's been more of this time around at least, this round of inflation, this crunch has affected lower middle class Americans so much, and they are the ones who are the target shopper for a place like Big Lots, and they are simply spending no discretionary income on home goods whatsoever. They're just trying to buy food and gas. So if that loosens up, that'll do the trick potentially for Big Lots, but I think they also really need to focus on basics. They had for a long time shifted their focus to furniture a little bit, and that was not the best move for them, especially once housing slowed down and there wasn't as much appetite there.
And it's important to point out, of course, that shares of Big Lots still halted after an absolute wipeout. Great reporting. Really appreciate your time on this Monday morning.
Even more shocking, police say up to 15 people took part in stealing those packages. It happened in broad daylight, just steps from the CTA Pink Line station.
Big Lots. Big Lots. I feel bad for y'all, man. It'd be better for y'all to get looted and say that y'all lost inventory. But shout out to y'all, though. I think y'all used to prosecute, too. I'm not sure. Y'all Target, y'all in trouble. All the prosecutors. Prosecuting attorneys, y'all in trouble.
Sports Authority done. Sports Authority.
They been done. Man, I pulled up to their shit one day. I was like, I pulled up to their John and went back and cleared my face. I ain't cleared my face. I just showed it. Cleared his face like you went back and paid some big ass fine. This was just crazy, man. Nah, brain clear his face. Not in that way. If y'all was thinking that he cleared his face in some funny way. No. Just showed it. Showed it off. And it was clear. That was the whole point. I said I cleared it because I tested it. Oh, face good. And I was like, oh man, good shit. I thought bro was going to tell me something else. So, they was gone, though. You know why? Because they treated the consumers like thieves. Not me. Everybody. Not because I did something special to them. They treated all of us like thieves. They watched us on cameras and act like we stole things and lied about it. So, most I got them up out of here. Got them up out of here.
I ain't got no authority.
You feel me? Talking about sports authority. Nigga, dicks all on your head. I'm not even sure if Dix took over that spot. I'm not even sure who there. Play it against sport. I don't know who there.
You know the official
sponsor,
the MLB, something.
Sports.
I don't know.
Man, let me see.
I've seen a commercial for them recently though.
They still out here.
Dix?
Sports.
No. They have no authority, remember?
Okay, so you're just talking about Dix.
Mm-hmm.
But you say sport. You say Dix though. They doing something.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, they got a Tampa Sports Authority. No.
Yeah, anybody in those small Ohio markets.
They say closed though.
Right now, at this time.
That's what I'm trying to figure out. Is they talking about right now? It sounds like something that's talking about right now. You know, they talking about forever. Sports Authority Hillsborough. A message from our president, CEO. We are Tampa Sports Authority. Okay. Maybe they still out here. I don't know. But this don't look like they still out here. This website look like shit. Let me see 1 second. Okay, they based in Englewood, Colorado. 463 stores in 45 states and Puerto Rico. And it was founded 96 years ago. Their fate. They out what their fate was. Chapter 7 bankruptcy. Let's see what's the difference between Chapter 7 bankruptcy and Chapter 11 bankruptcy. because most people file Chapter 11 bankruptcy. Debtors should be aware that there are several alternatives to Chapter 7 relief. For example, debtors who are engaged in business, including corporations, partnerships, and sole proprietorship, may prefer to remain in business and avoid liquidation. Such debtors should consider filing a petition under Chapter 11 of the Bankruptcy Code. So, what I'm saying?
Debtors. Debtors.
And you saying these debtors?
Debtors.
No, I think that's just like tomato.
Okay.
I think that's like tomato. But 1 second though. 1 second, I'm gonna let you do it. Tell me what you just got. Yeah, debtor or debitor.
That's 2 different words?
That's just 2 different ways you can say it. D-E-B-T-O-R is the way I'm saying it. Or you can say it D-E-B-I-T-O-R.
Okay, so debitor.
Yeah.
Girls, let's go.
And I'm saying debtor. I don't know if I'm saying nothing special either, folks, but that's just what I'm saying.
Yeah. Man, fuck that shit. I'm coming to the motherfucking goal.
Okay, my cup muddy, I'm tipping, buddy. Yo, bitch love me, I'm steady thugging. My mouthpiece stay on fucking. Player pimping, I'm never dust. Shetty hoes, I'm never cut. Glock phone, I'm forever clutching. I'm unbothered, ain't stunning nothing. I'm trying to get like Warren Buffett. Hop inside of my ride, babe. Don't say shit and don't touch nothing. Can't hop inside of my ride, babe. If you ain't sucking or we ain't fucking. Her ladder buddy was a little dusty. Had no hustle and a little money. I'm player made and I'm far from ugly. Fresh as fuck, bitch, I am dusty. If her nails clean, might let her touch. If her house clean, might let her fuck. Lick on the clit a little bit, put talk in her ass. That's if she let her. I'm a hospitable nigga, but I gotta keep it pimpin' a little. Give me 2 bitches where at least 160 and you can put me in the middle. I said no, that is not a facade. Down show ain't no riddle. No, you see the shit that I drive? No, that is not no rental. Get depressed by the fuck nigga. What? I'm tickled. Get depressed by the couple bands. Fucking right, I'm triggered. 0 fucks given. I threw my feelings away like last night. 0 fucks given, nigga. Better make sure my cash right. 0 fucks given. Pretty sure I felt that way in my past life. 0 fucks given. I just might wake up tomorrow and catch me a flight. 0 fucks given. I got 0 fucks given. 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 I'm searching and I'm looking, nigga. I done checked both my motherfucking front pockets, nigga. Anybody. I ain't got a motherfucking fuck to give. Alright. It's the motherfucking king, nigga. King 50, nigga. Ain't shit changed but the motherfucking whips and the hips on your bitch. That part. Bouncing in your bitch spleen like a trampoline, nigga. You know what I mean. All that little slick shit, man, I peep that shit. You pussy niggas need to keep me out your motherfucking mentions. Don't tag me in another motherfucking thing, or it's gonna be holler when it rain. And I mean that, man. I'm a motherfucking player and I'm gonna goddamn carry myself as such. Let me hurry up and hang my motherfucking hat on this shit, man.
Yeah. That red shit, man. Fit the rules, that ball just shit. Sir. Gorilla. Dirty. I'm a little lean, a little perky. I'm on my dog shit. Onto the money. Kentucky Derby. I pull up in the skirt and probably swerving. My white steady murky. Pull up in the skirt and probably swerving. Drunk as hell, slick as you burning. Reefer, thick blunt nigga. Shit look like Queen Latifah. Smoking on Molly, y'all smoking Molly. Nigga call that shit Jetta Pinkett. I feel like A-Dog. Dropping Nate Bomb. I got that AR, double barrel, nigga, assault all.
Yeah, in the stool, I'm sipping on that Jose Cuervo. OIP to take off. Bitch, I'm a boss, can't get laid off. Gotta keep grinding till this shit pay off. Got stick and ball on the track. You know it's a hit, little dog. It's a hit, little dog. And we don't give a fuck about no law. But hold up. Bitch, we them souls. Hold up. We them souls. We the pros. Fuck the hoes. Money, cars, and clothes. Man, that's all a nigga know. Niggas claiming they got motion, but I swear that shit don't show. To the fucking top. And that's where this song won't hold.
Say no more. Half of you dudes acting like they Pope. Get going, choppers out, nigga. Finding me more. My chain brown, pick star, nigga. Guess what, nigga? Lilo. Get a stick, find a dish. Boy, I guess he low. Send me chain snatcher. Young nigga call me Debo. If a nigga won't be, guess what, nigga? My tolerance is 0.
Cold flow, so fucking cold. Shit below 0. Freeze a nigga, finish him like I'm Sub-Zero. I done hit the jackpot bingo. Got more paper than King Cole. And if a nigga want beef, I won't miss like Shaq. Free throw.
And if you see the popo, you best to warn him, bro. Yeah. Nigga. Spit the ruler ball, just a shit, nigga. SCMG. Fuck you talking about? Gorilla shit. So I spaced out myself, nigga, like a UFO. I'm sending shot at you, bitch, nigga, Geronimo. Sticks on sticks, nigga, bitch, like an audible. Whoever get hit, bust it, nigga, I ain't liable. Nigga talking crazy, nigga, it's subliminal. Niggas pocket broke, nigga, bitch, he ain't compatible. Ball head, nigga, popping beers like I'm Stone Cold. You better spoil that chick, cash that chime during a whip. Don't play with it, baby girl, yeah. They call me slick while I was born for this. Trapping, motion, etc. SCMG, now we better. My ex chick named Esther, she said I would run to be a stepper. Trapping in the weather, so I'm slicker than butter. Of course, I'm a hustler. I've been busy, I've been working, I've been trapping. Turn that motion and shift into some progress. Hills, weed, and coke, that just an object. 3 niggas around me, nigga, acting real suspect. Going green, big, bullet sharp like Brett. When I put that on the set, swear to God, it's a check. Respect. It's that boy Slick Sosa, my dope from Magnolia. I been told you, nigga, I drink little dirty soda. Chain color as Crayola, dark skin Mexican bitch like Dora. She said, young slick, boy, I love to explore you. I don't really like bad aura. Snake eyes like Cobra. On your roof like some soul. Mr. Wise, so I'm older. A bullet touches his body, left his spirit damn sober. I'm screaming ACMG soldier, ACMG soldier. Obvious, I'm in my prime. Optimist, cross the line. He is a slime. It's my time. Gang, I'm gon' shine. Pay your car ride, baby girl, like Yu-Gi-Oh. So I spaced out myself, nigga, like a UFO. I'm sending shot at you, bitch, nigga, Geronimo. Sticks on sticks, nigga, bitch, like an audible. Whoever get hit, bust it, nigga, I ain't liable. Nigga talking crazy, nigga, it's subliminal. Niggas pocket broke, nigga, bitch, he ain't compatible. Ball head, nigga, popping beers like I'm Stone Cold. Woo.
The man, so he a boyhead, nigga. Popping beers like he's Stone Cold. God damn it. Shout out to that brother Slick Sosa in the motherfucking booth. He not in the building, y'all. I don't know if I confuse anybody with the ender. But, yo, don't be confused, bro. That's why we do this cast. Nobody should ever be confused, bro. We explained everything about the charts. Y'all should know everything. Y'all should be legends walking away because This some of our last days, bro. There's a party. It's a going out party. Make sure y'all do something. Have fun. Have fun.
Enjoy while it lasts.
Have fun. Enjoy while it lasted. Cause it's done. Hey, boy, I guess I'm not done. That show's still going right now. You
I'm about to say, we ain't pulled the inky yet.
You could jump in and ask a question.
Patreon.
It's done in my book. It's done. Seeing how these boys cheating on the charts, it's done. Seeing the amount of people in here and how confused y'all still look, it's done, bro. But not done. Cause we still gonna be in here getting busy, going against it, yeah. But I'm saying as far as like coming in here on the talking to y'all, no, we're not gonna waste too much time. Like I said, people that tune in, if you tune in live, we trading, you may ask a couple questions in the chat, you get responses. We got great moderators, we got great people on the team, so you could definitely get responses. But
man, them people buying options on their own, no questions asked.
That's what I'm telling you. That's what I'm trying to explain to you, Amber. That was the main thing I'm explaining to you. Everybody got their own team. I could have sold that 26, but what? I ain't get a reading yet. I can't just do stuff because I think it look cool. I could even sell on the 10-minute just to be ignorant, but I'm gonna have to buy on the 10-minute, dude. So let's see. Cause me and Empress about to get. Oh, it's 306.
As a UPS tractor trailer was traveling north on Kedzie, just past Cermak Road, a slight miscalculation was only the first in a series of bizarre events that unfolded next. Around 10:45 a.m., Chicago police say the semi struck a viaduct. Skyfox captured stunning video of its top peeled off like a tin can. The truck was moved from underneath the viaduct and it was parked near the Pink Line's Kedzie stop. What happened next is jaw-dropping. Police say at least a dozen, but possibly up to 15 offenders helped themselves and began stealing random packages. Citizen app video shows the mound of boxes spilling from the trailer. In a statement, a spokeswoman with UPS said they are aware of the incident involving their driver, adding in part, "We are cooperating with the responding authorities in their investigation and respectfully defer questions about this incident to them." Now, as far as we know, that UPS driver was uninjured during this entire ordeal. It's unclear how many packages were stolen, and so far, police say none of those thieves have been arrested. Reporting live downtown, Casey Cronus, Fox 32, Chicago.
It's kind of heartbreaking because just
Is they stealing my pets? Is these thieves stealing my pets?
Your pets is in the truck?
So you saying they probably didn't steal my pets? Because my pets wasn't in the truck. But you do know that there's immigrants in this country stealing people's pets and eating them.
Oh, gosh.
So I just wanted to let everybody know that they ain't stealing pets at least.
Let me guess, they're Haitian.
Just look. Nah, I ain't nothing like that. It's Hispanics, I think. Yeah, Hispanics, I think, man.
You said the Asians okay with the pets, though. They eat pets all the time.
Everybody eat pets, I think. It just depends on where you from, who your pet is.
Cause somebody eating a pet cow right now.
Somebody eating a pet cow. Somebody
a pet chicken.
Yeah. There's a lot of people out here that just got chicken and eating it. That's just their best friend. Another nigga out here is like, yo, that's your best friend? Alright, eat, bruh. Right now, just right in your damn face. Eat that nigga right in your damn face. What are you talking about?
You been feeding him the vegan food?
But yeah.
Senator, I was there.
Dog was taken and used for food. So maybe he said that, and maybe that's.
I know how to move the spot. I'm telling you, the most how he worked with me. So y'all keep on cheating me. Keep on trying to close me on stop loss hunters. Do y'all fucking stop loss hunting?
Being Venezuela on stands to make America great again. It's a very simple phrase. Make America great again. She's destroying this country. And if she becomes president, this country doesn't have a chance of success. Not only success, we'll end up being Venezuela on steroids.
I just want to clarify here. You bring up Springfield, Ohio, and ABC News did reach out to the city manager there. He told us there have been no credible reports of specific claims of pets being harmed, injured, or abused by individuals within the immigrant community.
Well, I've seen people on television.
Let me just say here, this is
the people on television say my dog was taken and used for food. So maybe he said that, and maybe that's a good thing to say for a city manager.
I'm not taking this from
but
television.
But the people
I'm
on
taking it from
television
the city
saying their
manager.
dog was eaten by the people that went there.
Again, the Springfield city manager says there's no evidence of that. Vice
We'll
President
find
Harris,
out.
I'll let you respond to the rest of what you've heard.
You talk about extreme. This is, I think, one of the.
Shout out to Vice President Harris. We gotta support. We gotta support Vice President Harris, y'all. They need us. The Democrats need us. Yo, shout out to Trump. Yo, this nigga Trump. That brother right there. He be getting first-hand information. That nigga that be calling people. Hey, immigrants over there. What they do? Huh? One stole what? Did I send you the Did I send you the John with Elon Musk?
No, sir.
I ain't send you nothing with Elon Musk?
No.
I never sent you a musky brother. That's fucked up. I got a musky nigga. I ain't never sent him to you. That's messed up that I got me a musky on board. Alright, you know what? Yo, I'm missing my damn phone, bro. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, bro. For like the last 30 minutes, y'all probably been seeing me like checking myself and trying to find something. It's my phone I'm trying to find.
Tracking device.
But do y'all remember all the crazy people that was telling me that maybe them people ain't going to the house? Maybe nobody did anything. Right? Everybody was telling me maybe nobody did anything. Oh man, I'm at the answer. Yeah, when people call you, you gotta answer and just hang up. At least they ain't gotta do nothing on their end. If you just decline it, man, you just put them to work. Cause they gotta not hang up. Alright, but what else I need? What I'm looking for right now? Oh, I know what I'm looking for. Everybody was telling me maybe nobody did anything. I'm looking for the message. The Elon Musk message. I want to see if I sent it to you. Oh my god, the Elon message. I do not have the Elon message, guys. Puerto Rican Peter. Puerto Rican Peter. Puerto Rican Peter, I got the Elon message. The Elon message is still on Twitter where it belongs, I guess, guys. But 1 second, I think I may be able to impact somebody in some type of great way.
Stifler asked everyone to rate their looks on a scale of 1 to 10. You can't pick 7.
I would give myself a realistic 6.5. Okay.
Oh my god. Rude, Andrew.
Okay.
Oh wait, I wasn't muted? I'm sorry.
Yeah, dude, we could hear. We heard that, Andrew.
Oh, I'm sorry about that, man.
We can see you too.
I was laughing at something my chat said.
Stifler asked everyone to rate.
I was laughing at something my chat said, guys. My bad. It was very weird that I laughed right when a heavier set lady, a beautiful lady though, a BBW, big beautiful woman. I was laughing right when she said something about her being a 6.5, but Come on, bro. Come on, dude. What's wrong with you? Yeah, that John killed me, G. I ain't gonna lie. That killed me almost as much as Elon must have killed me. But I'm gonna find Elon.
All right, babe, you're on.
What? I'm on Twitter. Oh, I ain't really need that because I found it on my phone, but let me see if I can find it on here. Oh my goodness! You know what?
You just had an Elon. Go back.
Just let me.
Backspace.
I can just go to Elon. I can go to Elon Musk. Alright, because Elon just posted it a couple of days ago. That's what I'm saying. Let me see, because I don't really know how this John work. Do people use their media to post information? No. Yeah, I don't know, bro. Like I said, I'm trying to figure out how this whole thing works. They don't use the media to post information. He uses posts. He posts all this information on his posts and not his media.
Is it a clip of the black brother?
Nah, it's a clip of all the suspects that was apprehended in the fake hoax.
In the what hoax?
In the fake house takeover hoax.
What, with the Venezuelans?
The Venezuelans.
The more recent one or the old one with the squatters?
Nah, the more recent with the Venezuelans that just went to the people's house and took it over. And there's a lot of Democrats saying, nah, this ain't real. This is just some fake job, bro. What y'all doing showing this fake stuff? That's Jamal Palahapatiya. Sitting next to J.D. Vance.
You know he in that circle.
Okay, so Elon Musk part of the information spreading to Trump too. Elon Musk spreading the information to Trump also.
September 7th. They doing rituals.
Elon Musk and Trump.
Right there, 150 illegal sex offenders.
Where?
Arrested this past year in Baltimore alone.
Nah, them are just illegal sex offenders. These are, yeah. These gonna be,
go up.
No.
The dogs and the ducks? I mean the cats and the ducks?
Nah, this is Trump. This is Elon Musk speaking of his information to Trump. He protecting the animals. Yeah, but I ain't on that point yet. I'm just on the point. Just recently in Colorado, Empress, Venezuelans took over a household. Everybody said that's fake. Venezuelans didn't take over the household. They just walked in. They was borrowing the household. That's their homeboy house. So Elon Musk was able to get the reports. And the reason why I'm playing this is because right now Trump is accusing people of eating pets. I don't know if people eating pets.
Trump didn't accuse them of taking the houses over though. That was just a right-wing narrative from the rhinos.
I don't know if Trump knew about the narrative though. These are the bras. Alright, so
parolees.
So to say that these boys ain't take over no buildings is crazy. But maybe they didn't, and they just got arrested because we put some more pressure on them. And it just look bad now to see them walking around with so much cannons in their hand. But like, what's wrong with Elon, bro? I even seen Elon get back on the Doge train. I said, that boy Elon crazy. That boy Elon crazy, boy. He gonna hurt us. He gonna hurt us. If it's up to him and the markets, he gonna hurt us, bro. That man bad for the markets, bro. Man bad for the markets. He playful. He playful, and being playful is not the best thing when you need somebody serious. But yeah, Elon Musk got the image. I didn't show it to y'all because that's not the one I'm looking for. So this is Doge, the Department of Government Efficiency, Empress.
I mean, the inefficient niggas dead.
No, I mean, nobody inefficient dying or nothing, but I'm just saying, Elon
is here to evacuate the planet and take us all to Mars.
No, I don't think he can go anywhere. But I remember back then when people thought Elon was on some positivity, and then there was like, man, Elon part of the bullshit, and it's like, why?
Oh, he did 2 posts with the Department of Government Efficiency.
He taking this serious. This is the first one he posted right here.
Okay.
And then he reposted another one saying Joe Biden perhaps. But this was the first one that I seen. And then right before I seen this one, I seen the one about the T.A.C.O bros. I said, oh, Elon Musk. Because you know him, he meme God. Used to be in the rooms with him. Short pants, with pants, da-da-da. He like to have fun. He like to have fun. Yeah, I got one of my staff today. This is one of my new staff. So I'm sorry for the sound in the back.
All right, they're magically.
Just hired that person. They gonna be gone by next week though.
The whole show gonna be gone.
Rolling up chips
Reasons why in this election I actually have the endorsement of 200 Republicans who have formerly worked with President Bush, Mitt Romney, and John McCain, including the endorsement of former Vice President Dick Cheney and Congress member Liz Cheney. And if you want to really know the inside track on who the former president is, if he didn't make it clear already, just ask people who have worked with him. His former chief of staff, a 4-star general, has said he has contempt for the Constitution of the United States. His former national security advisor has said he is dangerous and unfit. His former Secretary of Defense has said the nation, the Republic, would never survive another Trump term. And when we listen to this kind of rhetoric, when the issues that affect the American people are not being addressed, I think the choice is clear in this election.
President Trump, I'll give you a quick minute to respond here.
Thank you, because when I hear that, see, I'm a different kind of a person. I fired most of those people. Not so graciously. They did bad things or a bad job. I fired them. They never fired one person. They didn't fire anybody having to do with Afghanistan and the Taliban and the 13 people whose were just killed, viciously and violently killed. And I got to know the parents and the family. They didn't fire. They should have fired all those generals, all those top people, because that was one of the most incompetently handled situations anybody has ever seen. So when somebody does a bad job, I fire him. And you take a guy like Esper. He was no good. I fired him. So he writes a book. Another one writes a book. Because with me, they can write books. With nobody else can they. But they have done such.
Anybody that grew up watching the cast, you know that we had a whole debate with a brother. He tried to bring Esper up. I say, bro, hey, try to bring up a white dude, a former bro that worked with you, bro. You can't bring up people because they work with me and they got bad things to say. What are you validating?
Quiet quitters.
Ah, yeah. Your homeboy that you was with for 3 years ago, he said that you mean to people. You had everybody doing push-ups and shit at the beginning. Like, bro, what are you actually saying, though, like, about my policy? Like, what I did? Like, what's bad about me? Yeah, they said they're not rocking with you no more, though, so you must be bad. Yeah, they said that you'd be bad for another person. Like, nah, they don't even believe you.
Such a poor job, and they never fire anybody. Look at the economy. Look at the inflation. They didn't fire any of their economists. They have the same people. That's a good way not to have books written about you. But just to finish, I got more votes than any Republican in history by far. In fact, I got more votes than any sitting president in history by far.
Let me continue on immigration. It was what you wanted to talk about earlier, so let's get back to your deportation proposal that the vice president has reacted to as well. President Trump, you call this the largest domestic deportation operation in the history of our country. You say you would use the National Guard. You say if things get out of control, you'd have no problem using the U.S. military.
Police, yes.
You also said you would use local police. How would you deport 11 million undocumented immigrants? I know you believe that number is much higher. Take us through this. What does this look like? Will authorities be going door to door in this country?
Yeah, it is much higher because of them. They allowed criminals, many millions of criminals. They allowed terrorists. They allowed common street criminals. They allowed people to come in, drug dealers, to come into our country. And they're now in the United States and told by their countries like Venezuela, don't ever come back or we're going to kill you. Do you know that crime in Venezuela and crime in countries all over the world is way down? You know why? Because they've taken their criminals off the street and they've given them to her to put into our country. And this will be one of the greatest mistakes in history for them to allow. And I think they probably did it because they think they're going to get votes, but it's not worth it because they're destroying the fabric of our country by what they've done. There's never been anything done like this at all. They've destroyed the fabric of our country. Millions of people let in, and all over the world, crime is down all over the world except here. Crime here is up and through the roof. Despite their fraudulent statements that they made, crime in this country is through the roof. And we have a new form of crime. It's called migrant crime. And it's happening at levels that nobody thought possible.
President Trump, as you know, the FBI says overall violent crime is actually coming down in this country. But Vice
Excuse me,
President
the
Harris,
FBI they were defrauding statements. They didn't include the worst cities. They didn't include the cities with the worst crime. It was a fraud. Just like their number of 818,000 jobs that they said they created turned out to be a fraud.
President Trump, thank you. I'll let you respond, Vice President Harris.
Well, I think this is so rich, coming from someone who has been prosecuted for national security crimes, economic crimes, election interference.
Just like their number of 818,000 jobs that they said they created turned out to be a fraud.
President Trump, thank you. I'll let you respond, Vice President Harris.
Well, I think this is so rich, coming from...
And I'm telling you, they need us. The Democrats need us. I don't want to bang on Mrs. I don't want to bang on nobody but him. Shout out Tim. Shout out everybody. Keep on doing a good job. Man, Trump said y'all lied about y'all numbers. She said that is so rich coming from somebody that has his own cases. Huh? Did you lie about your numbers or not? The numbers, the job numbers, they on board? They good? Because people have been checking the job numbers. They said the job numbers are inflated. They said jobs are looking terrible. And people are feeling one thing and you're saying another thing. Like, hey, nah, people got money. Nah, we doing good. So I'm a little confused. There. Right? Mm-hmm. And like I said, I guess she can't win on that debate, so why win on it instead of just go to another thing and just say, bro, think about you, bro. You got cases.
Come on, man. You're a convicted felon.
How you gonna tell me about what we doing and what we lied about?
You were part of the crime rise.
You lied before. You got
someone who has been prosecuted for national security crimes, economic crimes, election interference, has been found liable for sexual assault, and his next big court appearance is in November at his own criminal sentencing. And let's be clear where each person stands on the issue of what is important about respect for the rule of law and respect for law enforcement. The former vice president called for defunding federal law enforcement, 45,000 agents, get this, on the day after he was arraigned on 34 felony counts. So let's talk about what is important in this race. It is important that we move forward, that we turn the page on this same old tired rhetoric and address the needs of the American people, address what we need to do about the housing shortage, which I have a plan for, address what we must do to support our small businesses, address bringing down the price of groceries. But frankly, the American people are exhausted with this same old tired playbook.
Vice President Harris, thank you.
Excuse me. Every one of those cases was started by them against their political opponent. And I'm winning most of them, and I will win the rest on appeal. And you saw that with the decision that came down just recently from the Supreme Court. I'm winning most of them. But those are cases, it's called weaponization. Never happened in this country. They weaponized the Justice Department. Every one of those cases was involved with the DOJ, from Atlanta and Fani Willis to the Attorney General of New York and the DA in New York. Every one of those cases. And then they say, oh, he's a criminal. They're the ones that made them go after me. By the way, Joe Biden was found essentially guilty on the documents case. And what happened in my documents case? They said, oh, that's the toughest of them all. A complete and total victory. 2 months ago, it was thrown out. It's weaponization, and they used it, and it's never happened in this country. They used it to try and win an election. They're fake cases.
President Trump, thank you. A really quick response here, Vice President Harris, on this notion of weaponization of the Justice Department.
Well, let's talk about extreme and understand the context in which this election in 2024 is taking place.
The Democrats need us, y'all. I'm telling you, bro. I don't want to say nothing weird. I want to say everything straight forward. Bro, what the fleck? I guess maybe you can say they both deflected. I don't know. Every damn question that's asked so far has been posed towards this young lady right here. She said, "Hi, that's funny. Look at him." What? Ma'am, is the DOJ being weaponized against, bro?
Bro, every adjective she used, just put it right back on her, bro. Just consider her a projector.
Like,
well, that's extreme.
Like, what the hell are you talking about, man?
What, you letting all the people into the border?
What is so extreme?
Well, that's extreme. What, that you advocating for these people to be able to kill these babies left and right?
That is so rich.
Well, that's extreme. Oh, she rich. That lady hair stay silk pressed.
That criminal.
She got silk pressed money.
That criminal talking about criminality. Do you know I grew up in the middle class criminal? You can't tell me anything about hard work. Like, yo, she really looked at him and was like, nigga, you try to defund the FBI. You try to defund the police. Like, it's just like, what game?
She literally tried to mince words. He tried to defund the FBI, which literally had a infinite amount of inquiries into U.S. citizens without their knowledge. This is the Federal Bureau of Investigations doing this to all of us. And then try to mix that up with him trying to defund the cops. Because you know the word defund automatically goes to the Black Lives Matter narrative with the cop defunding. And that's obviously not what he's trying to do. He's trying to defund one specific group within our government.
But even on that same breath, she's a Democrat. Their Black Lives Matter.
She should be all for it.
She is all for it. That argument is stupid. She's arguing. She's arguing for both sides. She's trying to convince Republicans that, yo, I believe in the rule of law. I believe in these amendments. But she's also playing another trick where she's like, yo, Democrat,
I stand with the Black Lives.
I'm not with the police. It's like, so, cause like, why bring that up? It's just like being like, bro, you stabbed that person. I mean, you shot somebody. It's like, huh? Like, what are you like? What are you taking away?
She try to make it seem like, oh, nah, bro, trying to be above the law. He trying to take all them bros out that try to get him on cases. It's like, well, why are you still here?
And I guess her thing is these bros are way more important than the cop. These bros, they got ethics. I don't know what they got.
Who?
These aren't FBI agents. These are higher.
The United States Supreme Court recently ruled that the former president would.
Conviction rate.
I just seen a brother defend himself, beat him. Everybody was impressed. I can't remember what the situation was, but just recently, a dude beat him by himself.
Essentially be immune from any misconduct if he were to enter the White House again. Understand, this is someone who has openly said he would terminate, I'm quoting, terminate the Constitution of the United States, that he would weaponize the Department of Justice against his political enemies. Someone who has openly expressed disdain for members of our military. Understand what it would mean if Donald Trump were back in the White House with no guardrails, because certainly we know now the court won't stop him. We know J.D. Vance is not going to stop him. It's up to the American people
Vice
to
President
stop
Harris.
him.
Thank you. Lindsay?
Vice President Harris, in your last run for president.
This is the one that weaponized, not me. She weaponized. I probably took a bullet to the head because of the things that they say about me. They talk about democracy. I'm a threat to democracy. They're the threat to democracy
President
with a fake
Trump.
Russia investigation
We do have a lot
that
to get.
went nowhere.
We have a lot to get to. Lindsay?
Vice President Harris, in your last run for president, you said you wanted to ban fracking. Now you don't. You wanted mandatory government buyback programs for assault weapons. Now your campaign says you don't. You supported decriminalizing border crossings. Now you're taking a harder line. I know you say that your values have not changed. So then why have so many of your policy positions changed?
So my values have not changed, and I'm going to discuss every one of at least every point that you've made. But in particular, let's talk about fracking because we're here in Pennsylvania. I made that very clear in 2020. I will not ban fracking. I have not banned fracking as Vice President of the United States. And in fact, I was the tie-breaking vote on the Inflation Reduction Act, which opened new leases for fracking. My position is that we have got to invest in diverse sources of energy so we reduce our reliance on foreign oil. We have had the largest increase in domestic oil production in history because of an approach that recognizes that we cannot over-rely on foreign oil. As it relates to my values, let me tell you, I grew up a middle-class kid raised by a hardworking mother who worked and saved and was able to buy our first home when I was a teenager. The values I bring to the importance of home ownership, knowing not everybody got handed $400 million on a silver platter and then filed bankruptcy 6 times, is a value that I bring to my work to say we are going to work with the private sector and home builders to increase 3 million homes, increase by 3 million homes by the end of my first term. My work that is related to having a friend when I was in high school who was sexually assaulted by her stepfather. And my focus then on protecting women and children from violent crime is based on a value that is deeply grounded in the importance of standing up for those who are most vulnerable. My work that is about protecting Social Security and Medicare is based on long-standing work that I have done, protecting seniors from scams. My values have not changed. And what is important is that there is a president who actually brings values and a perspective that is about lifting people up and not beating people down and name-calling. The true measure of the leader is the leader who actually understands the strength is not in beating people down, it's in lifting people up. I intend to be that president.
President Trump, your
Well,
response?
first of all, I wasn't given $400 million. I wish I was. My father was a Brooklyn builder, Brooklyn, Queens, and a great father, and I learned a lot from him. But I was given a fraction of that, a tiny fraction, and I built it into many, many billions of dollars, many, many billions. And when people see it, they are even surprised. So we don't have to talk about that. Fracking, she's been against it for 12 years. Defund the police, she's been against that forever. She gave all that stuff up very wrongly, very horribly, and everybody's laughing at it, okay? They're all laughing at it. She gave up at least 12 and probably 14 or 15 different policies. Like, she was big on defund the police. In Minnesota, she went out, wait a minute, I'm talking now, if you don't mind, please. Does that sound familiar? She went out in Minnesota and wanted to let criminals that killed people, that burned down Minneapolis, she went out and raised money to get them out of jail. She did things that nobody would ever think of. Now she wants to do transgender operations on illegal aliens that are in prison. This is a radical left liberal that would do this. She wants to confiscate your guns, and she will never allow fracking in Pennsylvania. If she won the election, fracking in Pennsylvania will end on day one. Just to finish, one thing so important in my opinion. So I got the oil business going like nobody has ever done before. When they took over, they got rid of it, started getting rid of it, and the prices were going up the roof. They immediately let these guys go to where they were. I would have been 5 times, 4 times, 5 times higher, because you're talking about 3.5 years ago. They got it up to where I was because they had no choice, because the prices of energy were quadrupling and doubling. You saw what happened to gasoline. So they said, let's go back to Trump. But if she won the election, the day after that election, they'll go back to destroying our country, and oil will be dead, fossil fuel will be dead. We'll go back to windmills, and we'll go back to solar, where they need a whole desert to get some energy to come out. You ever see a solar plant? By the way, I'm a big fan of solar, but they take 400, 500 acres of desert
President
soil.
Trump, we have a
These
lot
are
of
not good
issues
things
that we
for the
have to get to.
environment, as
We're
she
out of time.
understands.
Thank you.
Lindsay, thank you. We have an election in just 56 days. And I want to talk about the peaceful transfer of power, which, of course, we all know is a cornerstone of our democracy, and the role of a president in a moment of crisis. Mr. President, on January 6th, you told your supporters to march to the Capitol. You said you would be right there with them. The country and the world saw what played out at the Capitol that day, the officers coming under attack. Aides in the West Wing say you watched it unfold on television off the Oval Office. You did send out tweets, but it was more than 2 hours before you sent out that video message telling your supporters.
Okay, so the initial 15-minute reading that we had got, it came back negative, but
But
let me switch it to the charts really fast. It came back negative in the sense that it was above 67. Now it's below 58. You could sell on this once it got to 67. It was at like 25. But you would have to get out of it once it bottoms out, because it's moving too fast. You will more so want to try to incorporate the 30-minute reading into it too, and also the hour, which you would technically have to wait till 4. So you could sell right now, but it can keep moving up. So this is an important time, very poignant time to make a decision, in the sense that this is going to be a pullback or another little small push, but I don't think they're going much higher than this. So the sell is still greater than the buy in this position right now, just for sure right now. But if you wait till 4, you'll get a confirmed reading. You can sell on the 30, you can sell on the hour, or whatever. If you sell right now, you're technically only going to be selling on the 10 and on the 15. And that's not really, but it is actually, the 15 is topped out as far as on the RSI, the MACD. So it's going to be a relief somewhere right there, because that 15 can't keep going up. It'll have to at least relieve itself. But right here, when it was technically relieving itself, it was going up. So just be mindful. But yeah, that setup right there is a beautiful sell. This one, Empress with a soul.
Orders to go home. Is there anything you regret about what you did on that day?
You just said a thing that isn't covered. Peacefully and patriotically, I said during my speech, not later on. Peacefully and patriotically. And nobody on the other side was killed. Ashley Babbitt was shot by an out-of-control police officer that should have never, ever shot her. It's a disgrace. But we didn't do this group of people that have been treated so badly. I ask, what about all the people that are pouring into our country and killing people that she allowed to pour in? She was the border czar, remember that. She was the border czar. She doesn't want to be called the border czar because she's embarrassed by the border. In fact, she said at the beginning, oh, I'm surprised you're not talking about the border yet. That's because she knows what a bad job they've done. What about those people? When are they going to be prosecuted? When are these people from countries all over the world, not just South America? They're coming in from all over the world, David, all over the world. And crime rates are down all over the world because of it.
But let me just ask you.
David, one of those people are going to be prosecuted. One of the people that burned down Minneapolis is going to be prosecuted. Or in Seattle, they went into Seattle. They took over a big percentage of the city of Seattle. One of those people are going to be prosecuted.
But let me just ask you.
You might ask her that question.
You were the president. You were watching it unfold on television. It's a very simple question as we move forward toward another election. Is there anything you regret about what you did on that day? Yes or no?
I had nothing to do with that other than they asked me to make a speech. I showed up for a speech. I said, I think it's going to be big. I went to Nancy Pelosi and the mayor of Washington, D.C., and the mayor put it back in writing, as you know. I said, you know, this is going to be a very big rally or whatever you want to call it. And again, it wasn't done by me. It was done by others. I said, I'd like to give you 10,000 National Guard or soldiers. They rejected me. Nancy Pelosi rejected me. It was just 2 weeks ago, her daughter has a tape of her saying she is fully responsible for what happened. They want to get rid of that tape. It would have never happened if Nancy Pelosi and the mayor of Washington did their jobs. I wasn't responsible for security. Nancy Pelosi was responsible. She didn't do her job.
The question was about you as president, not about former Speaker Pelosi. But I do want Vice President Harris to respond here.
I was at the Capitol on January 6th. I was the vice president-elect. I was also an acting senator. I was there. And on that day, the President of the United States incited a violent mob to attack our nation's capital, to desecrate our nation's capital. On that day, 140 law enforcement officers were injured, and some died. And understand, the former president has been indicted and impeached for exactly that reason. But this is not an isolated situation. Let's remember Charlottesville, where there was a mob of people carrying tiki torches, spewing anti-Semitic hate. And what did the president then at the time say? There were fine people on each side. Let's remember that when it came to the Proud Boys, a militia, the president said, the former president said, stand back and stand by. So for everyone watching who remembers what January 6th was, I say, we don't have to go back. Let's not go back. We're not going back. It's time to turn the page. And if that was a bridge too far for you, well, there is a place in our campaign for you to stand for country, to stand for our democracy, to stand for rule of law, and to end the chaos, and to end the approach that is about attacking the foundations of our democracy because you don't like the outcome. And be clear on that point. Donald Trump, the candidate, has said in this election there will be a bloodbath if this and the outcome of this election is not to his liking. Let's turn the page on this. Let's not go back. Let's chart a course for the future and not go backwards to the past.
Let me just follow up here.
It was a different term, and it was a term that related to energy because they have destroyed our energy business. That was where bloodbath was. Also, on Charlottesville, that story has been, as you would say, debunked. Laura Ingraham, Sean Hannity, Jesse, all of these people, they covered it. If they go an extra sentence, they will see it was perfect. It was debunked in almost every newspaper, but they still bring it up, just like they bring 2025 up. They bring all of this stuff up. I ask you this. You talk about the Capitol. Why are we allowing these millions of people to come through on the southern border? How come she's not doing anything? And I'll tell you what I would do, and I would be very proud to do it. I would say we would both leave this debate right now. I'd like to see her go down to Washington, D.C. during this debate because we're wasting a lot of time. Go down to, because she's been so bad, it's so ridiculous. Go down to Washington, D.C. and let her sign a bill to close up the border because they have the right to do it. They don't need bills. They have the right to do it. The President of the United States, you'll get him out of bed. You'll wake him up at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Right. You'll say, come on down to the office. Let's sign a bill. If he signs a bill that the border is closed, all he has to do is say it to the Border Patrol, who are phenomenal. If they do that, the border is closed.
Mr.
Those
President,
people are killing many people, unlike J6.
We talked immigration here tonight. I do want to focus on this next issue to both of you because it really brings us this into focus, truth in these times that we're living in. Mr. President, for 3.5 years after you lost the 2020 election, you repeatedly falsely claimed that you won, many times saying you won in a landslide. In the past couple of weeks leading up to this debate, you have said, quote, you lost by a whisker, that you, quote, didn't quite make it, that you came up a little bit short.
I said that?
Are you now acknowledging that you lost in 2020?
No, I don't acknowledge that at all.
But
I
you
said
did
that
say
sarcastically.
That.
You know that. It was said, oh, we lost by a whisker. That was said sarcastically. Look, there's so much proof. All you have to do is look at it. And they should have sent it back to the legislatures for approval. I got almost 75 million votes, the most votes any sitting president has ever gotten. I was told if I got 63, which was what I got in 2016, you can't be beaten. The election, people should never be thinking about an election as fraudulent. We need two things. We need walls, and we have to have it. We have to have borders, and we have to have good elections. Our elections are bad. And a lot of these illegal immigrants coming in, they're trying to get them to vote. They can't even speak English. They don't even know what country they're in practically. And these people are trying to get them to vote. And that's why they're allowing them to come into our country.
I did watch all of these pieces of video. I didn't detect the sarcasm, lost by a whisker. We didn't quite make it. And we should just point out here as clarification, and you know this, you and your allies, 60 cases in front of many judges, many of them Republican.
No judge looked at it.
And said there was no
we didn't have
widespread
standing.
fraud.
That's the other thing. They said we didn't have standing, a technicality. Can you imagine a system where a person in an election doesn't have standing? The President of the United States doesn't have standing. That's how we lost. If you look at the facts, and I'd love to have you'll do a special on it. I'll show you Georgia, and I'll show you Wisconsin, and I'll show you Pennsylvania, and I'll show you. We have so many facts and statistics, but you know what? That doesn't matter because we have to solve the problem that we have right now. That's old news. And the problem that we have right now is we have a nation in decline, and they have put it into decline. We have a nation that is dying, David.
Mr. President, thank you. Vice President Harris, you heard the president there tonight. He said he didn't say that he lost by a whisker. So he still believes he did not lose the election that was won by President Biden and yourself. But I do want to ask you about something that's come up in the last couple of days. This was a post from President Trump about this upcoming election just weeks away. He said, when I win, those people who cheated, and then he lists donors, voters, election officials, he says will be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law, which will include long-term prison sentences. One of your campaign's top lawyers responded saying, we won't let Donald Trump intimidate us. We won't let him suppress the vote. Is that what you believe he's trying to do here?
Donald Trump was fired by 81 million people. So let's be clear about that. And clearly he is having a very difficult time processing that. But we cannot afford to have a president of the United States who attempts, as he did in the past, to upend the will of the voters in a free and fair election. And I'm going to tell you that I have traveled the world as Vice President of the United States, and world leaders are laughing at Donald Trump. I have talked with military leaders, some of whom worked with you, and they say you're a disgrace. And when you then talk in this way in a presidential debate and deny what over and over again are court cases you have lost because you did in fact lose that election, it leads one to believe that perhaps we do not have in the candidate to my right the temperament or the ability to not be confused about fact. That's deeply troubling, and the American people deserve better.
I'll give you 1 minute to respond, Mr. President.
Let me just say about world leaders. Viktor Orban, one of the most respected men, they call him a strong man. He's a tough person, smart. Prime Minister of Hungary. They said, why is the whole world blowing up? 3 years ago it wasn't. Why is it blowing up? He said, because you need Trump back as president. They were afraid of him. China was afraid, and I don't like to use the word afraid, but I'm just quoting him. China was afraid of him. North Korea was afraid of him. Look at what's going on with North Korea, by the way. He said Russia was afraid of him. I ended the Nord Stream 2 pipeline, and Biden put it back on day one, but he ended the XL pipeline. The XL pipeline, in our country. He ended that. But he let the Russians build a pipeline going all over Europe and heading into Germany, the biggest pipeline in the world. Look, Viktor Orban said it. He said the most respected, most feared person is Donald Trump. We had no problems when Trump was president. But when this weak, pathetic man that you saw at a debate just a few months ago, that if he weren't in that debate, he'd be running instead of her. She got no votes. He got 14 million votes. What you did, you talk about a threat to democracy. He got 14 million votes, and they threw him out of office. And you know what? I'll give you a little secret. He hates her. He can't stand her. But he got 14 million votes. They threw him out. She got 0 votes. And when she ran, she was the first one to leave because she failed. And now she's running. I don't understand it, but I'm okay with it because
your time is
I think
up.
we're going to do very well.
We've got a lot more to get to.
Turning now to the Israel-Hamas war and the hostages who are still being held, Americans among them. Vice President Harris, in December, you said, quote, Israel has a right to defend itself, but you added, quote, it matters how, saying international humanitarian law must be respected. Israel must do more to protect innocent civilians. You said that 9 months ago. Now an estimated 40,000 Palestinians are dead. Nearly 100 hostages remain. Just last week, Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu said there's not a deal in the making. President Biden has not been able to break through the stalemate. How would you do it?
Well, let's understand how we got here. On October 7, Hamas, a terrorist organization, slaughtered 1,200 Israelis. Many of them young people who were simply attending a...
Just last week, Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu said there's not a deal in the making. President Biden has not been able to break through the stalemate. How would you do it?
Well, let's understand how we got here. On October 7, Hamas...
All right, so, hey, right now, Benjamin Netanyahu doing some fuck shit, bro. He not trying to make no deal, bro. The American people do not like what's going on over there in Israel. How would you change that as a president? Man, hey, let's start off by saying this. Hamas did this. Hamas did this. So I understand that we want it to be a deal, but do we really want it to be a deal with these wicked people? like, let's see where she gonna go because she started off by not answering the question.
Hamas, a terrorist organization,
look, throwing
slaughtered
all the buzzwords.
1,200 Israelis. Many of them young people who were simply attending a concert. Women were horribly raped. And so, absolutely, I said then, I say now. Israel has a right to defend itself. We would. And how it does so matters. Because it is also true, far too many innocent Palestinians have been killed. Children, mothers. What we know is that this war must end. It must end immediately, and the way it will end is we need a ceasefire deal and we need the hostages out. And so we will continue to work around the clock on that. Work around the clock, also understanding that we must chart a course for a two-state solution. And in that solution, there must be security for the Israeli people and Israel, and in equal measure for the Palestinians. But the one thing I will assure you always, I will always give Israel the ability to defend itself, in particular as it relates to Iran, and any threat that Iran and its proxies pose to Israel. But we must have a two-state solution where we can rebuild Gaza, where the Palestinians have security, self-determination, and the dignity they so rightly deserve.
President Trump, how would you negotiate with Netanyahu and also Hamas in order to get the hostages out and prevent the killing of more innocent civilians in Gaza?
If I were president, it would have never started. If I were president, Russia would have never, ever, I know Putin very well, he would have never, and there was no threat of it either, by the way, for 4 years, have gone into Ukraine and killed millions of people when you add it up, far worse than people understand what's going on over there. But when she mentions about Israel, all of a sudden, she hates Israel. She wouldn't even meet with Netanyahu when he went to Congress to make a very important speech. She refused to be there because she was at a sorority party of hers. She wanted to go to the sorority party. She hates Israel. If she's president, I believe that Israel will not exist within 2 years from now. And I've been pretty good at predictions, and I hope I'm wrong about that one. She
Marlon
hates
got a
Israel.
point.
At the same time,
Marlon
in
got a
her own
point.
way, she hates the Arab population because the
Goddamn,
people
Trump. You done lost you a big point. Shout out.
pull
You
out,
probably
or
done
any of
won
the
with some
28
Republicans,
different
though, somebody.
spheres of terror, and they are spheres of terror, horrible terror. They had no money. It was a big story, and you know it. You covered it very well, actually. They had no money for terror. They were broke. Now they're a rich nation, and now what they're doing is they're spreading that money around. Look at what's happening with the Houthis and Yemen. Look at what's going on in the Middle East. This would have never happened. I will get that settled and fast, and I'll get the war with Ukraine and Russia ended. If I'm president-elect, I'll get it done before even becoming president.
Vice President Harris, he says you hate Israel.
That's absolutely not true. I have my entire career and life supported Israel and the Israeli people. He knows that. He's trying to, again, divide and distract from the reality and wrong. Dictators wants to be a dictator on day one, according to himself. It is well known
Gave you a point for no reason.
that he said of Putin that he can do whatever the hell he wants and go into Ukraine. It is well known that he said when Russia went into Ukraine, it was brilliant. It is well known he...
See, and that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know. I guess it doesn't really mean nothing to the American people. Man, bro, I told y'all need to sell, bro. Y'all should have been sold. But nevertheless, I guess it don't really mean nothing to the American people. It's 4 o'clock, y'all. Let's see what's going on. 33. They both at 33 embers, and you can't sell technically. Yeah, you technically cannot sell. Because you can. But you can't. Because the actual guys that you need to agree with you, they're not agreeing with you right now. So yeah, I don't think the sell done, guys. Y'all was selling that time that I told y'all to. But yeah, as soon as they hit 4, we done, and the show done too. So definitely want to thank everybody for coming out with their great stuff, man. But yeah, everything went to 33. Like I said, the sell is still there, technically, because it hasn't bottomed out yet on the hour and none of these guys. But man, this is not necessarily what you want. The 2 hour sell would be better. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. So maybe that's the one that I think that y'all should wait for. But either way, we about to get up out of here. Embers, do you think?
Alrighty, guys. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Black Wall Street Bets Taco Tuesday, where we talk about currency only. We will be back. Until then, remember to check out our latest videos under the live tab. If you did enjoy the video, remember to share it with your friends and family and like the video. Also, remember, if you have forgotten to subscribe, feel free to subscribe. If you don't want to subscribe, to each your own. Professor Osnati, anything else?
Nah, we covered everything. I remember you had some time that you wanted to cover, but everything on the docket is good. I'm trying to make sure we don't have anything in the chat. Chat looks solid for right now.
If you do have any feedback, go ahead and jump in the chat and let us know.
We covered the debate.
Homosexuality for pay. We're seeing that there's a homosexuality and metrosexuality. Metrosexuality is these niggas doing nail paintings.
Yeah, that's a free fire, bro, for sure.
Okay, so yeah, I was saying it was currency because that's their only real driving point.
No, that makes sense too. It ain't terrible.
So yeah, those guys, be very wary of them. With the idolization of those guys.
Definitely might even have to do a deep dive on them next Tuesday.
And then there's the other chess moves being made by Kendrick and Jay-Z. Shout those brothers out. We see some black folks coming in like John Morant with a gun for the sake of playing a Hall of Famer. But yeah, Kendrick is relevant. He's been relevant. The year 2024 was Kendrick's year. The book has been written. And They Not Like Us, They Not Like Us was pretty much one of the #1 songs on the charts. So I don't know what discussion we're having, but yeah, you know, black people, they have Cry for Wolves every fucking month. And then what was this? So Chess Moves, The Homosexuality for Pay. It was one more major one. Oh yeah, Rich Homie Quan's funeral. The fact that the father kind of reconsidered how he was going to conduct the funeral. Before it was going to be just close family, but now he's doing something for the general public. Hopefully you guys chip in y'all fan favorite monies and help with sending Rich Homie Quan off in a righteous manner. But yeah, other than that, I didn't have anything. Do you have anything to add to these topics?
Yeah, most of those free to fry. Probably dig into that other one next Tuesday. Do a little research, try to bring up some more.
And y'all already see this debate,
examples.
bro. Kamala took a big L. She got 1 point and lost it. Went to negative 2,000.
Man, she will take that point and run. Man, she would have won so many random Democrats.
Bro, she ignored everything else. They asked her a direct question because she couldn't ignore it. She had to stand by it.
Let's not forget how this began. Man, if you president, you're going to try to broker a deal or not, bro. I don't give a fuck about how it started, bro.
Bro, you in there right now, bro, brokering no deals.
God damn it.
Can we really believe anything?
God damn it. That's the funny part. Actual sitting president at the current time, damn.
And you trying to go to sorority parties? That's your priorities? Go to your sorority, bro. We don't need you over here trying to be president. Your priorities is not what the presidency.
I seen Joe sitting on the beach.
Joe Biden.
Hanging out.
Trying some vitamin D.
He was just sitting there. He was just digging in his bed like eating some crackers or something. Vibing out.
He done. I'm out of here, y'all. I'm blew up the
It
world.
was a public beach, too. He had little CIA guys around him. I'm like, look at Biden. Just hanging. But yeah, we about to get up out of here. Thank you, everybody.
Alrighty, guys. Stay balanced, logical, and knowing, which means black. Stay black. We will be back. But until then, stay tuned and shalom.